We good?
Oh, yes.
It's recording.
Hey, okay. Right. I'll just give myself a second. I'll wait for Bo to stop walking.
Sorry, I'm grabbing some water. Yeah.
We good? Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone and welcome back to Blades and Blasters. I'm your DM Wanderer, and tonight we're here for the next and in fact the final session of Dragonlance Knight's Frontier. I say final, but that depends. It depends what happens. Planning it to be the final one anyway. With me, I have Ghost playing Baldwin, Waterpeck playing Dalrend, Bo playing Darius, Tetnat playing Rubrum, and last but not least, Zypher playing Aesh. Okay, so I am just going to get started. So hopefully everyone can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Great. I am just going to turn down the music. I think this is slightly too loud. There we go. Okay. The Solamnic auxiliaries have arrived at the old watchtower north of Norhold, accompanied by 5 other auxiliaries and 2 knights of the crown, the steadfast dragonborn Artesh and the increasingly irascible, even irrational, Geraint Perrin. In possession of the secrets of opening the lost Sanctum Impermissus, they plan to make their way to the hidden gate, walk the magical path to the sanctum, and then speak the words to open its doors, words that can be deadly if not spoken by one who can speak truth when they utter them. Just one small obstacle stands in their way, the great green dragon Vergeros, who has made a pact with the draconic, in every sense, sorcerer Rubrum. Add to that the likelihood of undead, possibly a powerful necromancer, and maybe even interference from Knights of Naraka, and the odds seem slim. Arriving at the tower, the party discover that their companion, Lady Isabeau of Blackstone, who they left guarding this tower, has gone missing. The remains of zombies and skeletons around the door, combined with fresh bloodstains, paint a dark picture. Okay. I'm going to take us over to the tower. In fact, I need to go into there. I almost went to the wrong tower. Here we go. So here's the watchtower. Okay, so you've arrived at the tower and seen this ominous sight. But I want to rewind a little bit, as I often do, kind of wind us on a little bit to reach a kind of dramatic conclusion to a session, and then kind of wind back to cover a particular moment. This time we're going to wind back, and I'd like everyone to talk about what the journey was like for their character, because during last session we discovered some secrets came out. Not just that Vergeros had been hiding in Norhold all this time, but also that Rubrum has an unexpected secret, and that wasn't the only one to come out. So, who wants to go first and talk about how the journey was for their character?
Dalrend can go first. Dalrend was not his normal boisterous self on the journey. He stuck close to Darius, shared a few thoughts on it, but kept an ever watchful eye on Rubrum with this odd discovery, one that he's not sure he believes, both with Rubrum and the Green Dragon. His sights, however, are set on the tower, gaining entrance to the sanctum and the treasures inside it, in addition to finding possibly some answers for himself along the way and inside.
Darius, for his part,
for the most of the journey, kind of stays near Dalrin's side and possibly the bards. His eyes stray to the horizon ever now and again as the tower goes closer, and his mind drifts back over the last several weeks. He looks down and sees some of his raiment that may have changed over the past several days as he took more and more on the identity of an auxiliaryman and less the identity of his former scoundrelish self. And although he may wear this new raiment, this new guise, in the back of his mind is always his goal. The goal to escape, to make it rich, to finally, just one more score that he and his current lover, Jacinda, could get away somewhere and enjoy the good life. But he knows deep down that he's not built that way. After the riches, if they do happen to be acquired, they will get old. And again, the wanderlust of this half-elf that's never had a real home will settle back in. But for now, on his mind, fortune and glory. And how this entire situation has conspired to bring him to this one point.
I was wondering, actually, how does Darius react to Aesh's assertion? I believe Aesh revealed that he claims to have slept with a goddess. How does Darius react to that?
He's seen many things in his life, and if anybody could pull it off, it is Aesh. But certainly Darius wouldn't miss an opportunity to certainly spot some sylphs or sprites in the wood and say, "There you go, Aesh! I think I saw one. Run off now. Perhaps you could bed that one."
Excellent. Who's next?
Ash, whenever Darius kind of pulls his leg about that, Ash kind of looks to where he was pointing. Maybe on the way back, Darius. If this tower has such riches, then I'll be decked out in gold and silver. Much more desirable in that state. Ash, for his part during the journey, he's singing a tune. Kind of sometimes he walks ahead singing a tune, sometimes he's lagging behind. He has, to some extent, no concept how grave of a danger he's in, but he's amongst friends, so he's not so worried. He feels that whatever lies ahead can always be overcome.
Rurum, for his own self, has been somewhat quiet on the way, wondering how everyone is taking his admission. He does wonder also, more importantly, if Verderos will stay, true to their agreement. He knows that there's going to be some sort of trickery afoot, but he wonders when that will occur. Certainly it will occur after the way is open, and he thinks to himself that the only person that can open it could be Baldwin, which he has reservations about for other reasons that he has not mentioned. Speaking of, he has stayed close to Baldwin if he allows it, not really talking to him, but walking closer as he's the person he knows the most by at least a small margin on this trip. And for now he just remains silent.
Baldwin, he stays at the front for the journey as often as he can, looking about and keeping his head on the task at hand, but in his mind he thinks of many things, what dangers lay before them, what they will encounter in the Sanctum, the part that he must play. Ayesh's words of how people are going to try to pull him this way or that, but ultimately the decision must be his. There's a lot of thought going on in Baldwin's head, but he is keeping mostly quiet about it, stoic, and making light conversation if people attempt to with him.
For his part, Geraint is silent, brooding. Whenever any of you meet his eyes, he glares at you and then looks away. He hasn't had that much time for most of you for various reasons, and the only one he did hold in some regard, Baldwin, he's now had a blazing argument with. So he's got no friends here. But he always saves his most baleful glances for Artesh, who quietly, stoically, and with equanimity walks behind him, not reacting, being polite to everyone, but not really having much small talk. And he talks companionably to Baldwin, but the conversation's a little hard going. Artesh doesn't have that much to say. He's a man of action, not of words. But he's always polite and surprisingly thoughtful when you get talking to him.
Rubrin probably at some point during the travels will approach Artesh, and he simply asks him, "What is it like to be an inferior draconic race? I have always wondered."
And Artesh sort of looks into Rubrim's eyes deeply and says, "So it's true what they say then? You are or were a dragon?"
I am.
How small we must all seem to you.
And yet I am no more powerful than any of you as I walk in this guise trapped.
Has it taught you anything?
What do you mean?
Well, I would have thought that, and he sort of pauses and ponders for a moment. It's such a different life, a different perspective. How long has it been? Long enough to change the way you see the world? Living among us as one of us?
It's an interesting question, and Rubrim, he actually looks off thoughtfully for a moment, and he shrugs and says, "Perhaps. It is a different way of life, undoubtedly, but when your sole goal is to return to what you had before. Perhaps not sole goal, but one of many, my most important goal. And that is a difficulty. For when you reach for something, it is all you think about, is it not?"
I see. Thank you. And he looks thoughtful, and then kind of gathering himself, as if he's doing almost a double take, he says, and to answer your question, I do not consider myself a lesser race. Different, perhaps lesser to dragons, but aren't we all? I don't live among dragons. I live amongst humans and elves, and he looks across at Dalran and says, Minotaurs. I am not lesser than any of them, nor am I greater, just different. And
he nods to this.
And just ahead, Geraint says, "Huh." And it looks like he's about to say something, and then kind of realizes that Baldwin is staring at him and says something, and all you catch is something about lesser race or something, but he mutters it under his breath and then walks a little further ahead away from you all.
Rubrim seems to be seems to be satisfied with that answer. He doesn't give a retort. His own thoughts about that keeps to himself, amazingly enough.
Oh, wow.
Maybe he has learned something.
Yeah. Cool. Anything else for the journey before we fast forward to the tower? Cool. Okay, so it's evening. Dusk, almost night, almost dark, when you reach the tower. And expecting to find Isabeau there, the door secured and her safe behind it. Instead, you find the door forced open. Several destroyed skeletons and felled zombies lie here on the threshold, but amongst them, fresh blood. None of it the blackened blood that still exists in the veins of the zombies. No, this is fresh human blood, presumably Isabeau's. And of Isabeau there is no sign. As you're processing this, the first reaction is from Geraint, who just all of a sudden thumps with a mailed fist against the door and yells, "No! No!" and storms down the steps, and just sort of stops looking up at the sky. How do the rest of you react?
Seeing the blood, Dalren had drawn his great sword, and when Geraint is done being a drama queen, he kind of pushes the door open.
Oh,
and
he isn't done yet.
Oh, I'm sure he is also worried, but he's not being so pearl clutching about it, and kind of goes in to kind of assess what happened and get an idea of what would have caused Isabeau to be injured possibly and presumably dragged away.
And you can see here there's not that much sign, but you can make an investigation check if you want to make what you can of the clues.
Oh, here comes a hot investigation.
I'll take a look at that as well.
Yeah, anyone else who wants to kind of examine the clues can.
There's blood.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Dalren, you're not really getting a lot. No.
Guys,
She's not here.
Yes, exactly.
It's too dark. I need a flashlight.
She's definitely
And
not here.
as you're all carefully examining the scene and learning absolutely nothing, Artesh clears his throat and speaks. I fear this is not our only problem. Look to the south. And he is standing up on this halfway up these stairs here, most of you at the top. And he is looking away to the south. And as soon as you look in that direction, you see what he's talking about. Many miles away to the south, in the direction of Norhold, there is a red glow to the sky. And
That's not good.
you can see in the distance the flicker of flame. It's too far away to really see directly, but it's obvious that Norhold is burning.
Did they leave back like some guard or garrison?
they had the mercenaries.
Yeah, and 5 of the auxiliaries were left. You took 5 with you, and the other 5 were left there. There were a lot more mercenaries than them, though.
Dalren kind of leans to Darius and whispers quietly, "Do you want to bet it was the mercenaries, the dragon's minions, or the knights of Naraka? I give you 2-to-1 odds it was the mercenaries."
Or all three? And the nest of vipers who know will come out on top. But we know one thing, they'll fight over the spoils and likely kill each other. Dalran, they were just waiting for us to step away.
Well, between you and me, when we get through this sanctum and recover all these riches, I think it's time to retire from the auxiliary.
I think you might be onto something, my friend.
Yeah, Baldwin looks back and he sees it burning, and his first instinct is looking at that. The attack. Perhaps we should go back. Makes some kind of difference.
Whatever's done is done. There's nothing we can do by the time we reach there.
But what will the Sanctum accomplish now, if Norhold is gone?
A means to a future, Baldwin. We're not going to go home after this. Perhaps we go our separate ways, or stay together in ones and twos, pairs. But for some of us, this is a chance at a new beginning.
All those people. Baldwin looks to the south.
It would have happened whether we were there or not. If we would have never come to this place, it would not matter.
Somebody could have been saved. He puts his hand to his head.
You cannot be all places at all times to save all people. This is not your doing, nor your error.
Well,
Geraint is staring off to the south, shaking his head, and then you hear him grind his teeth, and he puts on his helm and turns to you all and says, "Well, this is the end then. There is no saving any of us. Go and meet your gods in your own way. I will go and see if I can find Isabeau."
Good luck.
And he just looks at Dalrend and says, "I would wish you the same, but I cannot say it in good faith. Meet whatever gods you may worship in whatever way it seems fit to you." And he just turns and walks away off to the northeast.
you don't even know where you're going, right? What? He's like yelling as he walks away, yelling to him.
And Artesh puts his hand on Baldwin's arm and says, "I will follow him, though he would not wish me to."
Why? He hates you.
And Artesh nods and says, "Perhaps it is to prove that I am not what he thinks I am. Perhaps it's stubbornness after all this. Or perhaps it's because, despite his anger, his twisted hatred of me, despite everything, he is still trying to do some good. He's still trying to find Isabeau. You should seek the Sanctum. If nothing else, you can stop all that, those powerful items ending up in the hands of evil. Good luck to you all. It has been a pleasure knowing you. Particularly you, Baldwin." And he bows low to all of you, and then turns and follows Geraint.
Artesh, wait.
He stops, looks back.
Take the auxiliaries with you. We'll make do without them. There's no point in them guarding this place now if Norhold's gone.
Artesh looks and says, "Are you sure? They might be safe here at least for a while."
It's your decision, but I worry you and Geraint alone, he might take out his anger on you. At least take a couple, if any of them are willing.
What you say is to me a reason not to take them. If any would stand between Geraint and the source of his anger, I think in his present mood he might strike them down. I would rather he struck me down than an innocent. But thank you, Baldwin. And his face moves, and you realise it's the first time you've seen him smile. He's got this kind of draconic, toothy mouth, and it doesn't smile quite the way a human mouth smiles, but you recognise it, and he inclines his head again and says, "Gods be with you all," and then turns and follows after Geraint. As the mist starts to rise, they vanish into it. What are the rest of you going to do? The night is falling and the mist is rising, as I said.
It's time to get in. Reinforce this door.
Darius would probably get into the tower if he can, and once inside, make his way to the top. Look from the top of the tower, see if he can see anything around.
Yeah, the auxiliaries coming with you. They're very nervous. They're not sure who to look to now because Isabeau's not here, Geraint's not here. They're in the Knights. They're not sure who to look to for direction. They kind of gather in the sort of far corner of the tower, and they're talking amongst themselves in hushed tones.
Baldwin will address them whenever we have a moment. If anybody else wants to do something first, go for it.
Yeah, we'll cover Darius at the top of the tower, I think. He goes up to the top of the tower here and looks out, and then, yeah, some distance away. Can you make a perception check, see how much you can see?
Okay. I think I can see through dark, so I should not take a penalty, hopefully. Just perception?
Yeah, yeah. I'm building it into the difficulty rather than... okay, yeah. Your half-elven eyes see a great distance in this moonless night. A long way away, yeah, you can see flames licking up from the top of a wooded hill. But Norhold is clear of the tree line, so you do see some of it. It's just a tiny speck from here, but it's clear that there is a significant blaze.
So Norhold is still standing, but is on fire.
You can't see whether it's still standing.
Okay.
Most of it must be ablaze too, you reckon?
No other armies or anything marching on us?
You can't see anything closer than that, no.
Yep.
But
Yes,
then the ground is shrouded by mist now, so an army could be moving through it. And
yeah.
you wouldn't
So he can see kind of his gaze follows the horizon, kind of starlight kind of glinting off the trees in the darkness, and he sees that little ember far away towards Norhold and starts to feel bad for the people, and then almost has to consciously kind of pull himself away from it, distance himself from what's going on. But as his gaze kind of strays downwards, he frowns, realizing that some devilry may be at work with the mist, and certainly he wouldn't see foul forces prowling about, let alone an army. So he'll go down to the tower and kind of report what he has seen.
Cool. Before we go back to Baldwin and the auxiliaries, what's everyone else doing?
I think Rurum just goes inside, doesn't say much of anything. He will get a fire started, and yeah, he's pretty uncaring about Norhold. He doesn't really say much.
Dalrand will wait, since Baldwin's going to say something to the auxiliary, but he knows idle hands are the devil's playground, so he gives them something to do to kind of take their mind off of, what's happening here. Mostly just grunt work, helping reinforce the door, securing everything, and then eventually, of course, getting some food before presumably establishing a watch of some kind.
Yeah. Anything from Ash?
No,
Yeah.
nothing. Ash just, looks towards Norhold, sees it burning, and just shrugs. He had warned the Lord, but yes. And then he kind of, makes, helps others with whatever they're doing.
Okay. So Baldwin, what are you saying to the auxiliaries?
Yeah, so once they're kind of grouped up after they've done those tasks Dalren gives them, he addresses them and he looks at them. Situation is dire, and admittedly there is no guarantee of our success or that Norhold will remain. Whatever is happening there is done. What I would suggest is that we all stay here for the night. In the morning, the 5 of us are going to head to the Sanctum. Those of you that remain here, if you wish, hold the line. Wait to see if Norhold succeeds in fending off whatever attacks them. But you will not be begrudged or shamed if you decide to circle back south and head back to Solemnia. Never be outside in the night when the fog rises. If you can, seek shelter at the Wizard's Tower. He will be kind to you and he enjoys the company. Tell everyone what happened, if you can. We may not survive.
There are some sober nods from the auxiliaries, and you did notice that they're less unsettled than they were. Dalren getting them to do some work and having someone give them some direction. It was actually quite reassuring for them, and they do kind of settle a little bit. They're discussing amongst themselves what to do, but the mood isn't quite as black. It's still pretty down, but not as panicky as it was before. Okay, so what kind of order of watches are you doing? There are 5 of you, 5 auxiliaries, other auxiliaries, if you choose to include them. And also, not just the order, but how are you going to watch? Where are you going to watch? What are you going to do?
Does the tower seem to be consumed by mist at all, or is it pretty free of it?
The mist gets up to kind of near the top of the steps here.
Okay.
But it doesn't get much higher.
Baldwin would suggest that they keep watch from the upper. That way they can see kind of above the mist. But that's what he plans to do on his watch. He'll be watching the approach to the tower, hoping that the door is reinforced enough that they can react if something were to come that way.
It is quite interesting here, that a lot of you have had the feeling this can't be natural mist the way it just rises every night. And seeing just how low it is as well, it really reinforces that. It's mist does always hug the ground, but not normally that low. So it's very notable. Okay, so what's the order of watches?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll go
second.
I'll go third.
I'll do the darkest part of the night, I guess. Whatever.
Dalron's going to go last and try and sleep the whole night.
Okay. Ash, Ruben?
Oh, I'll go after Darius.
Okay.
I'll go after Rubrum before Dalren.
Okay. Cool. So, just trying to think when this happens. This is going to be during is going to be during Aesh's watch. You're standing up on the parapet here, trying to keep warm. It's a cold, damp night, and the chill just seems to go right through you. This land is much colder than where you call home, and the nights are when you really feel it most. And you're trying to keep moving despite the cold. You're still fighting the urge to sleep. Just trying to keep moving, keep walking, keep the brain moving, keep the brain active, keep the body moving. And then all of a sudden you are shocked, almost, out of your wits. There is a single lightning strike, but lightning such as you've never seen. The lightning is blood red. A single strike that hits the ground a couple of miles to the northeast, at the edge of the forest. It strikes somewhere in the forest. Luckily no fire has started, but it splits the night sky, briefly illuminating everything in this crimson glow. And the noise that hits a split second later is deafening. All of you wake up. And as you do, you all wake up with a clear feeling that something is wrong. You can't put your finger on it, but there's a feeling that something bad has happened. How do you react? Most of you didn't see the lightning, by the way, or even where it was thunder that woke you. You were aware you're woken by some kind of noise. Aesh, you actually happened to be facing that way, saw the lightning. So let's start with Aesh. How do you react?
Aesh takes a step back. Clearly, he's never seen anything like this before. He blinks a couple of times to, just make sure he's actually awake and not dreaming. And then he kind of looks around and sees the others are rousing. That was lightning. Red lightning. Do you know what that means, Rubrum?
I don't know, do I?
No, you've never heard of such a thing.
He just shakes his head.
It came that way, and he points towards it. I think it hit something in the forest.
I should add, that's not the direction of the gate. That's northeast is the kind of direction that Geraint and Artesh went off, following what appeared to be them following some kind of trail that you guys hadn't been able to pick up. But the gate is northwest of you from here.
And the lightning was where? Northwest or northeast?
Northeast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so, he'll say it, he'll point it in the direction where Geraint and Artesh were walking in the general direction.
Something terrible might have happened to them. And he looks to see, it was pretty far off, like, based on what Aesh is describing, the lightning.
Couple of miles.
Would that be into Verduros's territory?
Just.
Yeah, Rubum just says, they were fools to go off. They have gotten what we all knew would happen to them. Ignore it.
Yeah, I don't think Baldwin can go back to sleep after that. There's a lot of stuff piling up at once for him.
Dalrend obviously didn't see the lightning as he was sleeping inside, but the sound, he just is like sleeping deeply and just kind of and like stands up immediately, like looking around wild-eyed, like assuming something was trying to come through the door. And when he realizes he doesn't, he tries to act like he hadn't freaked out. And he hears everyone talking. He goes, I won't fault for Geraint trying to find Isabeau. I plan to do so myself once we've finished our work with this sanctum, but that is a bad omen for Geraint and Artesh.
The rest of the auxiliaries are very nervous again now. They're kind of huddled again in the corner, muttering amongst themselves. There's some prayers being uttered. Baldwin goes up to pray, and one by one the auxiliaries go up and join him. And most of them, and Baldwin, I guess, spends quite a lot of the night, in the rest of the night, in prayer. The auxiliaries start that with him, but one by one they kind of slump a little, and then try to make themselves comfortable in another position to carry on with their prayers, and eventually one by one fall asleep. Anything else for tonight?
No, Rubram would go back to sleep.
Yeah, Ruben's just like, it was weird. I don't know what it was. Can't do anything about it. Right, okay, the morning dawns, and after the events of the night before, which seemed so earth-shattering for all of you, possibly losing a friend, something deeply unnatural in the world, and the fall of Norhold, possibly. The morning seems bright and fresh and crisp and very normal. All of you are aware that you've arranged to meet, or Rubram has arranged to meet Vergeros by the gate tonight. And if you wish to make it there, you really need to get started. You've got two possible routes, because you've seen the location described twice. In the Death Priest journal, it described a pretty direct route. But the map that Lucius Sorrentam, the Red Robe, gave to Darius shows a hidden, if more circuitous, path. It will take you longer, but you would be more likely to remain undetected from what you can make out. Which path do you choose?
I think Darius, as he kind of wakes in the morning and goes about packing up his bedroll silently, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
He looks around the auxiliaries and meets with Baldwin and Dalrand and Ayesh and looks towards Rubram, then thinks better of it. We need to remain undetected. If we are caught, this is all for nothing. It would be folly to go quickly at the expense of a lack of secrecy. I don't want to meet the same end as Geraint, the Dragonborn. Although there is still some hope they're alive.
Baldwin, he rubs his eyes as he's taking a drink of water, I imagine, in the morning. Yes, I agree. Even if we're meant to meet with Vergeros, we're aware there are others who are going to attempt to break into the Sanctum, correct? There are other forces at work here. It'd be best not to be beset by them when we approach.
I'm not known for subtlety or stealth, but based on that lightning and where it struck and the players involved, I think a more cautious path is in order.
If we went out through the day, it will not be because of strength of arms, but it will be by secrecy and, well, if we can manage to work together for once.
Rubram just says, "Then let us go. We have not the time to waste."
Before they leave, Baldwin will take one last glance over to Norhold to see if he can see it smoldering, still burning.
There is smoke. Yeah, there's heavy black smoke pouring into the sky from that direction. And there's enough for a plume that you can see it's been smoking for some time.
Yeah, he won't say anything. He'll ruminate on that.
Yeah.
Another tragedy.
Are any of the auxiliary? Are there any of them still sleeping?
No, they're all packed up and they're leaving. They're gonna try and make their way south. They're gonna try and do what Baldwin said: arc their way round where Norhold is. They're gonna try and do. They're gonna try and really push the pace, force march, and see if they can make it to the Mage's Tower in one night. Which actually isn't possible, but they're going to try it, and if not, they'll find somewhere to hole up for the night and then make it there the next day, and from there they know that they can make it into Salamnia the next day. So yeah, depends if they can survive that first night.
He'll give them more advice, carry torches and things like that. Just try to stay out of the mist as much as possible.
Yeah, they listen very carefully. They're nervous but determined. They don't want to be stranded here. There is one that was considering, but he doesn't want to stay by himself, so he's going with the others. Okay, you all make your way. You all pack your belongings and make your way north. And for some time, the forest that covers most of Nightland has been a sort of brooding presence in the north, hiding the Sanctum, hiding Vergeros, hiding who knows what else. But now you're heading into it. You make your way towards the entrance, this kind of hidden path that Lucius's map shows Darius. The forest doesn't have a hard edge. The scattered clumps of trees that cover so much of this land just become denser and denser, with less and less distance between them, until finally you find the forest is pretty much continuous. And then you find yourself walking under the boughs, under the eaves of the trees. The day is still cool, crisp, damp, as it so often is here. But the forest, like everything else today, seems surprisingly, almost jarringly normal. Normal forest sounds, no signs of any threat. And you make your way down this winding, circuitous, narrow, hidden path for mile after mile, until finally, as you see in this picture here, the sun gets lower, and Darius, you realise you're approaching the glade where the gate must be. And up ahead, almost on cue, you hear voices arguing.
Yeah, Darius might be kind of scouting ahead since he kind of runs light and can keep to the shadows. And as the sun kind of hits the horizon, he kind of holds his left hand up and crouching, kind of looks back towards the party, asking them to stop, and then he strains to hear what the voices are saying.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Could I try to press my luck and get a little closer and give myself advantage on that one?
You can make the check easier. If you make a successful stealth check to get closer, you'll be able to see, and you won't need to make a perception check to hear.
Take guidance. Add a d4.
Add a d4. Let's see here. See if I probably do need it. And the d4. I'm just having Baldur's Gate flashbacks here. And that guidance kicks in.
I'm
Hey,
trying.
21. Very nice.
Blackjack.
Hey. Darius ghosts closer and finds himself on the edge of the clearing. And although there are several figures, quite a few figures in the clearing, the first thing you notice isn't them. The first thing you notice is an archway. A stone archway standing by itself, a little overgrown, but with steps going through it, leading from nowhere to nowhere. Just like the arch itself seems like it should be part of a building, but just stands alone. Ancient carvings etched across the arch, the curve of the arch. But in front of it stand several draconians and rough-looking human mercenaries, reminding you quite pointedly of the mercenaries that you left guarding Norhold. But it's obvious that these must be in service of the dragon. And they stand in front of the gate, and facing them are a large group of Knights of Naraka, led by Commander Corwin. You recognize his dark armor, and you recognize some of the others there that are with him. So there is, if I can show this. Where is it? Okay. So you see him in his own... Oh, let's put it on the right layer. That's why I couldn't see it. Okay, so you see him in his armor, Commander Corwin. You also see his second-in-command, Sub-Commander Carenza Torrent, and his ever-present shadow, the Knight of the Thorn, the Sorcerer, Talanida Manastashiba. And with them, dozens of Knights of Naraka. But also two other figures. Two figures that are a little surprising. They seem to have two captives. One of them is the elf, Solinaran, the elven scout from Norhold that you now know is actually a Sivak Draconian, magically shape-changed. And his sister, Elisira, who you know is actually the dragon Vergeros, similarly magically disguised. But the two of them are standing meekly as captives and are standing amongst the Knights of Naraka. Sub-Commander Torrent is watching the captives while Commander Corwin stands in front of the Draconians and demands that they let him past. He points out to them they are outnumbered and he has a sorcerer with him. Draconians counter that they've got sorcerers of their own, and nothing that he can say will convince them to risk the dragon's wrath. And he sighs and says, "Well, you have chosen bloodshed. Bloodshed it shall be." And as he says that, Manus, who is looking around the whole area warily as he always does, looks back down the path and says, "Commander, we have visitors." And looking in that direction, you see a third group. Undead. Small horde of skeletons, quite a few zombies, led by a bone-armoured figure you recognise from before. The Bone Acolyte. But with him is an even more ominous figure, one that you hoped you would never see again. The man that you know as the Mad Necromancer. With him are his thug, Lenny the Toad as you called him, and flitting in amongst the trees, glimpse now and again, you can see undead wolves flanking his party.
He could smell Lenny before he could see him.
Yeah. And another figure another figure in blackened armor with them, walking with them as part of that group. His armor seems to be Solamnic, but dark, blackened. You can make any kind of intelligence-based check that you like. So you could be history, anything else. It's kind of a kind of recognition of something.
History is pretty good.
Yeah, the armor seems... You recognize the armor. You recognize the figure. But no. But you've never seen anyone in, like, blackened Solamnic armor. And certainly not anyone whose helm is closed, but you can see 2 points of red light glimmering from within where eyes should be. You've never met anyone like that, but something about this figure seems familiar. What are you going to do? It looks like everything's about to kick off.
Yeah, he's at first pretty pleased with himself because he thinks he gets faster and he thinks he's going to get a glimpse of this arch that goes nowhere, but it's the arch that they're trying to get to. It's the key to everything. And then he sees the Ice Queen and the Sorcerer and the Draconians. Okay, we can get past this, he's muttering to himself. And then his face goes longer and longer and longer as he's clown car of this confluence of evil all comes together. What is it, 4 or 5 parties in conflict? And he just says, for fuck's sake. And he comes back to the group, creeping, and he relays what has happened. 5 streams of filth coming together. The mad sorcerer, the undead armies, the Narakans, the Draconians. Am I missing somebody?
Yeah, so you got 3 actual groups here because it seems that the necromancer is with the undead. So that kind of he and the bone acolyte are not exactly walking side by side. There doesn't seem to be any particular kind of camaraderie there, but they are walking as part of the same group. Theirs is this sort of third large group.
They're committed to the theme together.
They are.
They're like, oh, you too? Yeah, me too. All right.
Yeah.
Darius is going to try to not be seen.
Yeah, no one's really looking in his direction, so it's all good. Are you going to go back and tell the others, or not? It looks like it's all about to kick off, because they are all kind of eyeing each other, backing away, taking defensive positions, drawing weapons. Looks like it's all about to kick off.
Yeah, I think he would not make himself known. He would certainly let the others know.
Okay. You make your way back to the clearing. There's you make your way back to the others. What do the rest of you do when he makes his way back?
This is after he tells us, presumably, what he saw.
Yeah, how do you describe it, Darius?
Yeah, let's hear this.
It's like exactly what I said. Yeah, he describes it as a shitstorm.
Confluence of evil.
Confluence of evil.
Yeah, Baldwin, he thinks we could not hope to defeat all of them. We must find a way to get by.
Well, they're certainly going to be distracted. I don't suppose that when the fighting starts, it's going to be quiet. We'll know, but I will tell you this right now. They were drawing weapons as I very cautiously backed back into the shadows.
Let our problems handle each other.
Yes, let evil kill evil. We can slip in. We can get into the sanctum. Perhaps get around the fight.
Just let them all kill each other, and then we can take out whatever's left. We do not know how long this ritual will take, or what it even entails.
It sounds like a fine idea, but if we could slip past them during the cacophony, I think that would be best. I don't think we would be pleased that the last man standing would be an easy fight.
It It will almost certainly be Verderos.
Yes.
He is captive.
Puh,
Under
a
what
ruse.
spell?
Captive with the Narakan Knights, it is, like Dalren said, likely a ruse. They are hiding their true power.
She is
And
waiting
if
for
we're-
me to arrive. She assumes that I will take my form and destroy them all. But as you know, I cannot. If she learns that I cannot, then she will kill us.
So we should try to slip through during the chaos then. Because when you approach, we will have to explain why you did not aid her in the fight.
It's not his business. If we're lucky, she is weakened somehow and she is killed. Otherwise, we force her hand and make her finish off the undead and the Knights of Naraka. And then we can say we were delayed. Doesn't matter. Who knows how long this ritual, or speaking of the words, to gain access through the arch will take.
Yes.
I agree. Best case, we can run through, but then what? Without the proper order of things, nothing will happen.
But realize, once we go through the arch, if she is with us, she will betray us. And there will not be anything that I can do if she is alive. But if she is alive, she will certainly betray us. She has a plan, even one that she thinks can defeat a full-grown red dragon, which means certainly she will be able to defeat us. I think that Darius is right. We must try to sneak past in the cacophony of fighting.
Your conversation is interrupted by a huge roar. And then the clash of arms. The number of shouts and roars and exclamations, swearing in Draconic, zip of arrows, explosions of spells. It all starts within seconds of each other, and the sound is almost indescribable. It's a full-on battle happening maybe 200 meters away from you. And the loudest noise is definitely a roar that certainly you, Rubrum, recognize as a dragon.
She is not contained. She is fighting. We must hurry before she kills them all.
Let's move quickly then.
Yeah, Dalran doesn't say anything. He just starts taking off in that direction.
Okay. As you run through the trees, you suddenly find yourself emerging into a clearing. Is everyone following Dalrend?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. You can see that Verderos is now there. Elisira is gone and Verderos stands in her place. A huge green dragon, which I will put a token on for here. And she stands amidst a circle of knights, but she's killed several with what appears to be a sweep of her tail, and there is a sort of green gas that is kind of dissipating from the area, and a load of bodies lie in that area. It seems she's breathed on them. Solinarin is also transformed into a huge, maybe 8-foot tall, silver-skinned draconian with a large serrated sword, and he's wading into the knights as well. The Commander Corwin is fighting the dragon, and there's a lot of chaos here. As Darius, as you run out of the trees, you see the necromancer. You now know his name to be Kralos, throwing spells at the dragon. But he sees you. Just by sheer chance, happens to look in your direction as you come running out. And you clearly hear, in a brief pause in the battle, you clearly hear him shout over to Lenny, "It's Blackhand! Kill that bastard!" Except that's not his voice. He's got quite a squeaky voice, actually. It comes across, it's he's got this very dramatic, dark appearance, but his voice is shrill as he yells that. Okay. And as you emerge, you start running for the portal, but you're intercepted by some of the undead. So let's go to this. You're going to be able to make your way through past most of the battle, but you're going to have a few skirmishes to fight as you go through. So here, you guys, and coming from this direction, a group of undead, and Darius's old friend, Lenny the Toad. Okay, everyone roll initiative.
Ruben, you get to roll twice for initiative, for vigilant.
Okay.
Nice.
1
Okay.
and 2. 17 for me.
Okay. Me. Okay. This guy.
Looks like I wasn't on the initiative tracker yet. D&D
Okay.
gave me an error. Oh, I didn't
Okay.
have my token selected. Whoops. I got 17.
17. Okay, Ruben. There's that turn. That turn. 17. Okay, is everyone on there? We've got 1, 2, 3. No, I've only got 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who am I missing?
I don't think I'm
missing Darius. Yeah, 17. Okay, I'll put you on. Darius also 17. Who's got the highest dex? Are you two? Probably Darius, I thought.
I would assume so, yeah. I
Okay,
have
I've got some-
plus 2, 14.
Okay. Okay. Right, so the first to act is Aesh. You turn and see that these skeletons, these ones have all got bows. Lenny is hefting a heavy crossbow that he's kind of, one of those ones with a sort of stirrup that you put your foot into to crank them. And he's about to fire that as well. And these other two here, one of these blackened skeletons that you've seen before, and some kind of new creature, a skeleton warrior of some kind. They are all heading in your direction. What are you going to do, Ish?
Ash is going to walk up behind Baldwin and give him a right smack on his butt, giving him heroism. Like the coach pat, right? Like, you got this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep,
it's like
buddy.
once, so it's ow! You got this, Baldwin.
I've got
Excellent.
this.
Do you want me to link the spell description?
Oh yeah, 1 minute. Let me roll it from my sheet.
Okay, cool.
Actually, you know what? Sorry. He sees both Baldwin and Dalden standing next to each other, so he's going to basically come up behind them and smack them both in the butts. Like, you got this, and it's at level 2, and they both get heroism.
It's Ayesh's signature move, the double ass.
Yeah. And in the case of Dalden, it almost comes off like when you you're moving like great beasts of burden and you smack them on the rump. It's almost in that sense.
Okay, so what happens with those temporary hit points? You'll get. So what's your charisma modifier?
I am fully pretty now, so it is 4.
4. Okay, so Baldwin and Dalrend, you at the start of each of your turns, you get 4 temporary hit points, and then if you lose any of them, you get them back at the start of your next turn. So at the start of every turn, you reset to 4 temporary hit points, and you'll lose those 4 temporary before you lose any of your actual hit points if you're injured. You're also immune to being frightened, which might be useful in a minute. Okay. Right. Anything else from Ash?
No, that's it. I'm standing where I am.
Okay, Darius. did-
Darius. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Very good. So Darius will... I'll kind of let you know, like, you can tell me where in the map he would go. He'd probably take a few steps forward, and he starts to draw his sword, but then actually outstretches his left hand, and seeing Lenny the Toad kind of emerge on the scene, and in order to kill him, he just becomes enraged, and a beam of energy flashes out of it. So I don't know if he has line of sight to Lenny the Toad to do his Eldritch Blast, but he would do that, and then
I'll say you do
then
this.
he would-
This is a bush rather than a tree, so you can see over it.
Okay, so he would do that, and then he would use his cunning action to try to find like an area to hide in the forest somewhere around here.
Okay, make your attack roll.
Right. Eldritch Blast.
He's only wearing leather armor, so he shouldn't be too hard to hit.
See if this works.
19, that hits, but it doesn't. It hits him a glancing blow. Doesn't seem to do much damage.
All right.
And
Maybe
he
like hide out like there or something like that, or here.
yeah. And Lenny yells back at you. Should have stayed in that cell where you belong.
If you're gonna kill me, Lenny, you're gonna have to find me. The only way that's gonna happen is when I'm sticking my dagger and up your ass.
So are you using your bonus action for something?
Yeah, the cunning action to hide.
Hide. Okay, make a stealth check.
Whoa!
Oh, okay. Yep, you're unfortunately you leave your legs sticking out. You don't realise. Okay, you're mostly behind the tree, but not enough. Okay, Rubram.
All right. From like here, will I have line of sight for either probably Eldritch Blast to any of these guys, or no?
You'll have it for the front 3.
Okay, that's fine.
And
that's what I.
apart from Skeleton 3, he's the only one you won't have line of sight.
Okay,
on.
cool. So he's gonna move here. Then he speaks some words in Draconic. There's a lot of hissing to it. And he's going to do Chromatic Infusion. Whoops, I did not mean to roll that. I don't know what did that do. I don't know why I rolled it. Anyway, you guys should get... where'd it go? Oh, extra d4. Oh, I guess so. Okay, so I did roll it. Okay, cool. So you get +3 fire damage on your attacks for the next minute. That's for Baldwin and Dalrend. That's my bonus action.
Nice.
And then I'll do Eldritch Blast on... Let's just do Dread Warrior.
Okay.
That's probably gonna hit, I would assume.
Oh yeah. Okay, 5. Okay, again, it's gonna just nicked him.
Yeah, he just this yellow, not fire, surprisingly, and there might be a reason he's doing that, and it just kaboom on the Dread Warrior and kind of knocks it back slightly.
Yeah, it kind of hits it in the shoulder, and it does that kind of classic movie thing where it kind of like gets knocked back in one shoulder and then just kind of shrugs it off and carries on walking forwards.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, Lenny the Toad calls across to Darius. Gotta hide better than that, half-elf. And he attacks with his heavy crossbow.
My prick always was causing problems.
And Lenny, with his customary sophistication and wit, yells back, "Yeah, you are a prick." And then misses really badly with his crossbow. It's closer to hitting Aesh than it is you. Okay.
The jerk store called and they're running out of you.
Bone Warrior. Okay, this guy, he is going to move forward. He's heading towards Darius 5.
You guys slower than the undead.
30.
Yeah, that's a pretty common trend.
We didn't want to advance until we got our booty slapped.
Needed to slap it.
Yeah, Darius looks down and sees his like entire foot out in the moonlight, and he's like, "Fuck, Christ!"
And it's about to close in on Darius, and then he yells out, "Nah, he's mine!" So instead, it circles around you and just goes up here.
That Bone Warrior with a full head of hair.
I know. It's really
Imagine how good it was when he was alive.
That is fucking
He's a member of Hair Club for Men.
That is an outstanding mane, dude. Look at this shit.
It's a wig. It's really disturbing. No, I don't know.
It's a repurposed merkin.
It's a long merkin.
Terrifying length. Yeah. Okay, Skeleton 1 didn't get the memo and fires at Darius. Here. Which I think hits you for 6 piercing damage. Yeah. Skeleton 2 fires at Aesh. Presumably doesn't hit. And Skeleton 3 comes moving through the trees. And standing at the edge of this bush here. And I reckon he can just get downrend, so he's gonna fire at downrend. No.
Miss.
Yeah, I'm going to give you partial cover and a +2 AC anyway from that, so I'm sure it misses. Okay, that's the skeletons done. Baldwin. I should add, by the way, that Lenny's dropped his crossbow and he's pulled out a mace.
I see Aesh having problems. To help Aesh, I get to here.
Okay.
And it starts with a swing on him. Let's try that out. Nice. There it is.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Plus
damage.
fire damage, just remember.
Why did that not roll?
Okay, 8
Oh,
damage.
Wait. It didn't roll the 1d6. Oh, I didn't. Oh, I made a separate thing because to add the 3 fire damage. So that's 5.
Okay. Is that including the fire?
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah. So that I didn't put the 1d6 on the second damage like thing in the.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a separate one for. So I'll roll the d6 now.
Okay. You doing any smiting? Because I don't think you've done.
I just rolled already. I already rolled. I don't want to say it after the fact.
Oh no, you can. But you do though. That's how smite works. You say,
Well, no, but like I already rolled damage. I mean, that's the only thing.
Yeah, but you would always
You do it
as
after
an
you call the
additional.
attack. Oh,
Yeah, no, I'm happy for you
Tempted.
to.
I'm tempted. Yeah, sure. I'll
It's
smite.
your thing, right?
Fuck it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
That's what is it? It's 3d8, I think, for undead, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's, yep.
Smite
3d8.
away.
Boy.
Smite away.
Another 11.
We've got 14, 19. That's what
Okay.
I'm looking at. 11 radiant, 3 fire, the rest bludgeon.
Okay, very nice. Yeah, that's taken a real chunk, and he wheels on you. He wasn't really paying much attention there. He wheels on you, readies his weapon. You can see actually he knows how to use that longsword he's wielding. Anything else from Baldwin?
No, I think that's good.
Okay, Dalrend.
Dalrend is going to move 30 feet to the skeleton that had the balls to shoot at him. And he's going to take a swing.
Okay. Dalrend's taking out the trash.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Should be a hit. And let's see, I got turned on the chromatic infusion, so we'll see if this works.
Nice.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need to kill it. How do you destroy it?
With his flaming sword of retribution, he comes bringing it down, hitting the skeleton as it gets pulverized by the force of the blow. Maybe some of its ragged clothing catches on fire from the glowing sword, and he kind of turns to get ready to take out the next one.
Nice, very nice. Okay, Dread Warrior. Dread Warrior sees you as the closest target and comes round the side of this tree to here and attacks you.
Before he does that, I'm going to use Brace, where when a creature... This is one of my superiority dice, if memory serves.
Okay.
Yeah. As a reaction, I can make one attack against that creature using that weapon. If the attack hits, add the superiority dice to the weapon's damage.
Nice.
So let's see.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Only just hits.
All right. So we're going to roll for the
Right,
damage and then
chainmail.
add 1d8.
Go for it.
Oh wow.
Hey now.
Oh,
Hey,
20 damage.
Hey.
20 damage.
Sweaty.
Okay. And he then attacks you twice with his battle axe. Misses. And misses. Oh my god.
Misses.
He's just rattled by just how you thwacked him before he could even touch you. Okay, Aesh.
Shit. Shit. Is this bone guy? What does he have? What does he have in his hand?
He has a longsword.
Longsword, correct?
And he seems to be wielding it with some skill. Like, narratively, he and Baldwin are, parrying and riposting there. There's quite a lot of clanging of sword on sword. And
So,
he looks like every bit as skilled as Baldwin.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast cantrip Blade Ward
Okay.
as my action.
Cool. Any
And that's it.
movement? Any bonus?
If I move from there, I'm gonna get an opportunity of attack on me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. No, I'm gonna stay there for now.
Okay. Back to
Actually,
Darius.
no. You know what?
Oh.
Since I have this, right, I'm gonna move.
Okay.
I'm gonna move. Yeah, I'm gonna move there.
Okay. So he'll get an attack of opportunity. So he hits AC 18, which I presume hits. And
18 hits, yes.
yep, and so he'll do 10 slashing damage, which you halve, so you'll only take 5 damage.
Yes.
So useful. Okay, Darius.
Does that Dread Warrior look like he's pretty heavily armored?
He is, yeah. He's wearing
Yeah.
chainmail and and he's got a shield.
Okay, well, I want to see if I can stick to the shadows then. And so kind of from Lenny's point of view, he kind of sees Darius kind of sprint across this clearing to here. Kind of dashes through the clearing and into the woods again. And again, a streak of light shoots out towards Denny, a little bit closer this time.
Okay.
So I'll do the Eldritch Blast again. Three. Oh, wow.
That's just the damage. You haven't rolled the attack.
Oh, there we go. Miss.
Yeah. It kind of whistles by Lenny's head. And he calls out, "Coming for you, half-elf." Okay. Rubrum.
The Bone Warrior's already used his reaction, so he can't opportunity attack me, right?
That's right.
Does Baldwin need my help? He's gonna go before him, so I'll move down one just to protect myself, and then I will hit him, hopefully, with Firebolt. So.
Okay.
They have a bunch of new little icons I see in this upgrade. I haven't rolled 20 in a long time.
Did I hit?
I've added some actually, but I've got a little pack I added. 15 on that one is a no. It hits his breastplate. He's wearing quite heavy armor.
I
Is that it?
think that is gonna be it then.
Okay. Lenny the Toad rushes towards the bush where he knows Darius is hiding, and he can't actually see him, but he's going to try and just thwack at the bush and hope he hits him. So he's at disadvantage. Critical miss. Okay. He actually gets the mace. He gets his mace kind of tangled in the bush, and he's swearing up a storm here, and calling Darius a coward for hiding from etc. Okay, Bone Warrior steps to here and attacks Baldwin once and Rubrum once. So Baldwin.
No.
And Rubrum.
Mm-mm.
Hey, misses both of you. Okay. So he is done. But he's also keeping a careful eye on...
Wouldn't Baldwin get an opportunity attack against him for moving like that?
No, he stayed in.
Okay, it's only when you exit melee range.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Okay, skeletons. Number one goes for... can't really see Darius, who's going for Baldwin. Okay, might have hit 20. Number two, wow, he can't see anyone but Baldwin, so he's going for Baldwin. No, and number three is dead. Okay, Baldwin. Did that one hit you? 20 AC 20?
Oh, was it 20 on me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that does hit me.
Okay, so you took 4 piercing damage for an arrow from one of the skeletons.
I think heroism would eat that.
It would.
Yep.
It would. So that removes your temporary hit points, and they'll come back now at the start of your turn.
Okay. Yeah, Bone Warrior again. Let's just try to deal with him. Mace.
Yeah. Very nice. Okay, 11 bludgeoning damage. Nice.
Does that include the fire too?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so yeah, he's looking badly damaged.
No smite this time. I'll chill.
Being undead, he doesn't really show any signs of fear or anything, or any signs of wanting to give up, move away, or anything. He's just coldly determined to kill you.
Knock off a piece of his jaw. He keeps coming.
Yeah.
Just don't mess up his hair. That's my thing.
No, it's good.
Yeah, then he'll
Baldwin's
scream
making
and
a
run away.
Imagine
concerted
taking that
effort-
skull with you. It's like, look at this. Can you believe it?
Making a concerted effort not to take that hair out. It's all like body shots.
We've seen Baldwin's face. He's gonna have that for a wig when he's done.
That's right.
Dalrend.
Dalren's gonna keep
Oh,
hacking
one
it.
thing.
Oh,
One thing I should mention, actually, everyone does get inspiration at the start of every session, so you've got inspiration, everyone. So, yeah. All right, carry on.
we're gonna continue swinging away at Mr. Dread Warrior.
Go for it.
It's a warrior just with dreads.
That's what the other one should be called then.
It's a Rasta.
Blonde dreads. Okay, Dalrent, no. He actually parries this one.
He's got chainmail on. Is that correct?
Yes, he chainmail on the shield.
I'm going to use Precision Strike, which I can decide after the roll.
Okay.
And I basically roll 1d8. And I would assume, unless he's got some bonuses, I just need to get a 1 to hit him.
Oh, he does have a shield as well.
That son of a bitch. Okay, so it's 20 now.
So I can hear music. Can everyone else hear music? Sounds like some people can't.
Yeah, if you just refresh the browser, it kicks back on.
Okay.
So that's 20 now.
20, that hits. Yes.
All right, now we'll roll some
I
damage.
realized I was muted when I said it. Yeah. Oh, very nice. So
17.
how do you finish him off?
So he sees the shield. He sees it's already slowed from his first attack. And he kind of kicks the Dread Warrior back, and his arm moves the shield just open enough for him to get a swing in, and it collapses at his feet as he kills another of the undead.
Nice. Baldwin. Actually, no, not Baldwin. Let's say Rubrum's got a chance of seeing this. So Rubrum. Oh, actually, and Dalrend. Rubrum and Dalrend. In the press of battle, you see something. You see a figure in blackened Salamnic armor. It's almost like it's been through a fire. That steps into a shadow by a tree and steps out of a shadow behind the Draconian that was in the form of Solanaran and attacks him. Something about that figure is familiar. You can both make any kind of... So let's call it... You can make a history check, actually. I think that's probably a good one.
All right. Me? No.
Okay. No, you don't recognize it. Something's familiar about that armor. Rubrum, you recognize that. That's great. Okay. Dalrend. Dread Warrior is gone, so I'll delete that one. Aesh, your turn.
Okay. So Ash is going to here. Wait. How many rounds are up?
This is round 3.
Yeah.
Round 3, right? Shit. Okay. No, I can't do that. All right. Yeah, no action from Ash right now. No, he'll just shoot with his trusty crossbow.
Is this round 2?
3.
Yeah, this is just starting round 3.
Oh, yeah, he's number 1. That's right.
Of course he is.
Always number 1.
So no, you miss really
New
badly with that.
Yeah.
That lies crossbow.
You need a new
yeah.
Too
weapon.
much recoil. Yeah, I need a new one. Too much recoil.
He's terrible with the weapons, but great with the backside slaps. Yeah. Okay, onto Darius. You're face to face with Lenny, who considers himself your nemesis.
Lenny's just kind of like looking through this trees, right, with his whatever he has mace or whatever, and Darius is through the undergrowth and kind of comes up behind him with both of his daggers. Let's see if he gets him.
You'll get sneak attack damage if you
Get sneak attack. Do my 2-weapon fighting. Okay, so do I roll it?
Just roll it normally.
Normally.
Oh, do you get advantage actually? Maybe. Hold on.
I do.
I think you do because he doesn't know you're there.
Right.
Yeah. Let's say you do. I'm pretty sure you do.
Advantage. Okay.
Unseen attackers.
I'm still not very good with
Yeah,
this.
he can't see you, so you got advantage. Yeah.
All right. So advantage. All right. Here's the first one.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
And then I get... Oh, that's a sneak attack also. Okay, good. Ooh.
Nice.
So here's the second one. Now that one's probably not with advantage, I would say, right?
I would say no. Both attacks are at advantage. Yeah, so you do get
both are advantage. Okay.
I'll let you have that. Just
Here's
like
the second.
Baldwin's chance to shine is the smiting. Yours is getting this. Being able to get the sneak attack. Oh, that hits. Yep.
It's weird. It's not giving me the button.
Yeah, it's really odd. It just seems to have, isn't showing dagger. It's just showing.
I'm just going to paste in that little the formula.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Well, it hit anyway.
Yeah,
It was a
you
21.
hit
It was
21,
21.
Oh, that was it to hit. Okay.
Yeah, it's really weird. It just didn't come up with a proper dagger macro, but you can still have the pink dagger button above. It'll just roll the damage again.
There's the dagger, and then it's D4 sneak attack.
It's already
It's
in
got
there.
the sneak attack's already in there.
Oh, cool. Okay, got it.
5 sneak attack.
Trying to razzle dazzle you.
Yeah. So what does this look like? Because you suddenly emerge behind him, and he's now really badly injured. You've almost killed him in one attack or one pair of attacks.
Yeah, the first shiv kind of goes in his left kidney, like underneath his armor. If he has leather on or something, just sticks up under there. Here's a kiss for you, Lenny. And the second one ends up his right groin, and blood starts spilling out over Lenny's leg as his scrotum's opened up. And he goes, "There's another one."
Damn, bro.
That's a very, very specific attack.
Yield scrotum attack.
Oh, you don't know what they did to Darius in that tower. You don't know what they did.
Enough to get a scrotum split, I guess.
That explains
Okay.
why he's always trying
my
to steal my
attack.
conquering.
I'm going to disengage as cunning action this time, and then just move. I'm not probably stealth. I'm just going to kind of move into the underbrush, trying to lure him away from the main action.
Okay. Okay, so he gets an attack of opportunity, right?
No, I use my cunning action to disengage.
Oh, disengage, you did say. Sorry. I was
Yes.
something else. Okay.
Tricksy Darius.
It looks like Lenny's going to run for it. The scrotum attack has him rattled.
As it would anyone.
So I think it would.
That's fair.
Okay.
So do I know that this is a death knight? Does Rubrum know this?
With that, yeah, I'll count that.
Yeah,
as well.
Rubrum
you
just kind of
recognize what it is.
says aloud, he says, "It's Geraint. He's a death knight." And do I see him? Is he on this map or?
No, he's further away.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, he just says that, and then I'm gonna try to hit.
You may remember he really didn't like Solanaran. So even though Solanaran isn't actually an elf, he's a draconian. Yeah. He probably doesn't like them either.
I'll firebolt the Bone Warrior.
If you do it from here, you're at disadvantage.
Let's see. Hold on.
Burning Man, burning hands.
I'm trying to conserve my stuff, man. Let's do it with disadvantage. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Is there a way to toggle that on to my sheet?
Yeah, as you hover over the button you're going to roll,
Uh-huh.
you're going to roll with, you just hold down Control, and you should see a red D20.
Gotcha.
The D20 changes to a red one with a minus.
Gotcha.
Or if you right
Come
click
through.
on...
It rolled on. It's a 15.
There it is. Yeah, it just took a minute. 15. Okay, that's not enough.
Yeah.
Again, it hits his armor.
Yeah. Shit. Okay. That's me then.
Okay, Lenny the Toad runs for it, limping slightly and with a painful gait. He rushes off here and disappears off to the south. Okay, Bone Warrior again does one attack against Baldwin and one against Rubrum. This time I'm going to roll Rubrum's first. So Rubrum, 15. Is that hit?
Sorry, I tried to reboot my browser. Give me a second, I'll tell you.
Okay, I can look. It does hit. It hits exactly. So you take 6 points of damage. And then Baldwin.
Ooh, yeah, that would be.
Yeah. So 10. Of course, 4 of that gets eaten by your temporary hit points.
Ooh.
Then the skeletons. Yeah, again, they can only see Baldwin, so they're going for him.
Oh, your boy's getting pin cushioned. That second one
Yeah.
misses. First one hits.
Yeah. Okay. Right, and then on to Baldwin. So yeah, you just been hit by the Bone Warrior, and then another arrow stuck in your shoulder, and then another one pinged off your armor immediately afterwards.
Yeah, Blade slips one of the chains. Blade slips the chains, and then I get hit by one of the arrows, bleeding, and cut up. Just gonna try to finish the Bone Warrior off. Yeah. Nice. Oh, it's not good. Shit. I thought about doing inspiration too for the advantage, but nope. Okay.
Okay.
No, it's not, I swing. Yeah, swing and a miss, bounces off his armor.
Okay, and then we're on to Dalrend. Slayer of Skeletons.
Yeah. Got to go around these trees, but does dash have to be in a straight line?
No, it's just
No.
it's just movement.
Well, I'm going to dash to Skeleton 2 then. And since I have horns, I can do an attack at the end of my dash. Goring Rush or whatever it's called. So here we go. That's probably a miss.
On the skeleton, I think it... Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's only got scraps of armor, but it's scraps of heavier
Just
armor.
enough,
So
yeah. As he runs around, he kind of lowers his head, and the skeleton, though slow and undead, does shuffle just enough so his horns kind of harmlessly deflect off what armor it wears.
Okay. Ash. You there, X?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you not hear me?
Yep.
He's deep in thought.
Deep in thought, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna move there,
Okay.
and that's it.
Okay. Darius. Probably disappointed that
Darius.
Lenny didn't follow you. He ran off in the other direction.
I know. Yeah, I think, yeah, in character, probably what he would do would kind of follow him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. into the clearing, and probably he would have just seen like the blood trail there and looked across, and unfortunately looked to his right and said, "Oh crap!" And then he would probably shoot the Eldritch Blast at the skeleton one.
Okay.
And he's kind of out in the open, so I don't think he would be able to hide. All right, here we go. If I shoot at this one, though, I think I would get to use my sneak attack because he's engaged with Dalrand. Is that right? Or
You can't get sneak attack on a spell, no.
Oh, okay. I'll just do skeleton one then.
Oh yeah.
Nah, there's some good, better damage.
Nice. Badly damaged.
One thing he could do, actually, he could use his cunning action to dash, so he could get another five bonus movements.
Okay, yeah, he can.
So, he could put a little more range again. There we go.
Cool, nice. Okay, Rubram.
If I use my inspiration now, do I still have disadvantage against the Bone Warrior?
No, that cancels it out.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I'll do then.
Okay.
Firebolt. God, that's my third 15 in a row.
Ouch. Okay.
It's probably like 16.
Bone Warrior.
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do quickened.
Okay. Another one.
Let me think. Hold on. Let me think. Because I can use 2 cantrips, right?
You can, and you can use a cantrip and a spell.
Yeah, I think I can use a spell this time. I think I'm good. This guy can't keep hitting us. I just don't want to use that. Okay, I'll do it again. Yeah. I use Quicken Spell. It costs 2 sorcery points, I think. Yeah. Okay. And I use that as my bonus action.
Great.
And here we go again. Let's hope it's not another 15. It's worse.
Oh!
Alright, I'm done now.
You angered.
Actually, I'm moving. I'm moving out of the way.
Okay, he gets an attack on you.
That's a miss.
13. Okay, misses. Right. Okay.
And then I'm actually going to keep moving. I'll just move one further down. I'm fine.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, skeletons. Skeleton 1 shoots at Dalrend.
I hate to be a stickler for the rules, but it's Bone Warrior's turn. You didn't do it because I interrupted you.
That's right. I skipped on. Thank you.
Sorry, Ghost.
Okay, I'll do the skeletons first, and then I'll go back. And the other skeleton drops its bow and attacks Dalrend with a short sword. 16 hit.
Does I need to check this? Do you add their dexterity bonus to armor when you're wearing chainmail?
I think there's like a maximum of 1 or 2. Hold on, chainmail.
I'm looking right
now. I've
now.
actually got it here. What's the maximum dex?
Dex max 2.
Okay.
Well, in that case... Oh, wait, no, there is no plus for chainmail. Sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say...
Yep, nope, I was looking at the wrong thing. I was looking at chain shirt. So anyway, yes, he hits.
Okay. So he does 5 piercing damage.
Alright.
So 4 of that will get eaten by your...
Yep.
Temp, and then that's it. Okay, right. Bone Warrior is gonna... Well, he's lost his other target, so he's attacking Baldwin twice.
Okay. Second one hits.
But you've got temporary hit points again, so it takes 4 of it.
Takes 4 off.
Aesh has helped you a lot here. I think he saved you 12 damage.
That ass slap has been 12 damage worth of protection.
Ass slap.
Big advocate. So, yeah, I'm gonna use the advantage this time. I'm gonna use inspiration. You can use inspiration to get advantage on an attack, right, or no?
Yes.
Okay, I am gonna do that because this guy needs to go.
Okay.
So advantage. Mace.
There you
Okay.
go.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
I may smite him.
Roll that big damage. Roll that big
No.
damage.
I don't think you're gonna need
It's
it.
enough.
No,
It's enough.
Plus, yeah.
Okay, what does that look like?
I gotta do it, boys. Baldwin, just getting stabbed and shot and just starting to amass a nice bit of blood, some superficial, some deeper. He finally gets the opening, and he does smash the mace down on the crown of the Bone Warrior's head, sending that glorious mane just flittering to the wind as it comes off the top of his head.
It does. It does. It just floats to the ground, you know. And we see for a moment the hair just rise above the field of the battle into a more peaceful world in the treetops before it floats down and lands amidst the blood and the carnage of this battle.
May you find peace.
Yeah, it almost seemed like it was making its way to a more peaceful realm, but no, back down to earth. Okay. Any movement?
Yeah, I'm gonna start moving towards these two, to help Dalrend if he needs it. Though I imagine he won't.
Okay. Talking of Dalrend, your turn.
Alrighty. He is somewhat annoyed that one of them finally got the drop on him, so he is going to do what he does best and swing that big old sword of his.
Okay.
Oh, I'd say that's
yeah.
it. And the
we'll give you
chromatic infusion is still good, correct?
Yeah, it's for 10
Yep.
rounds.
Oh, okay. Well, shit, yes.
I think. What is it, 6 rounds? Or I don't know, whatever minute it is.
Yeah, it's 10, I think they say. No, it's 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to re-roll that one.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay. Another one bites the dust. Excellent.
he takes his girthy sword and stabs it into his chest, and he breaks his spine, and it collapses to the ground.
I love that. That's all Tet said. You just went,
I thought girth only mattered for Christmas trees.
okay. Anything else from Dalrend?
Nope, he's not close enough. Well, actually, I can move, can't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna get all up and close with the other skeleton.
Okay. Aesh, you're going to finish off this last skeleton.
Oh, no. He's just going to move here.
Just wandering around the battlefield.
Yeah, and all the while he's just playing on his lute, like, you know, giving everybody battle music to, like, fight against.
I love it. Darius. You'll need to move
Yeah,
to get a clear shot of that skeleton.
Yeah, I'll move to here, I guess. You know what, actually? I can move all the way and still attack, because I can use my bonus action to... Oh, but double attack is a bonus action in and of itself, so he could not do that. So he's just going to move here and shoot Eldritch Blast.
Nice.
There we go. Rah.
That hits.
Big damage, big damage.
It's already hurt.
3.
You finish
Yeah.
it. You finish it.
It explodes in a maelstrom of bone splinters
Excellent.
as Darius killsteals Dalrend.
Excellent. And we will pause here for a minute and take a 5-minute break. You think that there is probably still a couple more skirmishes before you'll be able to reach the gate. So, but before we go into the next one, before I describe what's happening in the battle, we'll take a 5-minute break.
Okay.
Oh, thanks. See you in 5.
When can I take my long rest?
wait for 8 hours while we walk up to the... Let me throw you on my back, and we'll walk up this archway.
I need my sorcery points. Let me sleep.
Take a big nap.
Man, using 2 sorcery points and then missing, that's the worst.
Feels bad.
It feels bad, yeah.
Magic missile. Magic
I
missile.
don't have magic missile. I don't think any of us do.
I don't have it. It's automatic hit, which is what I like about that.
I think maybe Yesbu had it, or whatever the hell her name was. Yesbu.
What's up, Boo?
Isabeau.
Yesbu.
Baldwin, you got banged on, son.
I ate a lot of shit, but the good news is somebody touched my ass before the fight, so I'm all good. All I needed.
I couldn't hit the damn thing.
He was getting crushed in the beginning.
Honestly, with 3 of you there, I thought you guys were good to go, so I just like sprinted off to
that
deal with
makes
the
sense.
chaff.
No, it was good. I was just trying to not use all my
Yeah,
smites.
I was trying. Yeah, that's exactly. I was trying not to use
It wa-
anything
it
but
was very-
cantrips. So
It's very much this one guy is fucking with us, and I don't want to burn my resources on sitting here like, yeah, well, if you're dead, you don't get to spend any. It's like, yeah, probably. If I use all my smite stuff, I'm just a bad fighter.
Dalron's gonna ask how long Darius has been holding them spells up his fucking sleeve.
I just took the toad to bring it out of me. The damage on that's probably... That's a 10.
yeah, all these Eldritch. I have Eldritch Splash too. I have a weird thing where I have like kind of the same cantrip twice. I don't really know how that happened, but
I'll just assume it's player error. And then-
it was definitely player. Well, I got it for free with the spell sniper, and so.
Oh, okay.
He just didn't razzle dazzle
I
enough.
did not wrestle dazzle enough.
People often don't. Yeah.
I think Wanderer, the thing with the 2 weapon is that the second attack, the damage modifier from Dex is added. First one it is, but the second
that's
one it
right.
isn't. That's what it is. It's not the attack roll. The reason they get that is because it does use the bonus action. So I couldn't use. So no matter what, you only get one bonus action. So I could either use it for 2 weapon fighting or one of the cunning.
That's right. And I may have let you do that. Oops.
Well, that round I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I think the only thing that was not right was the damage.
Okay, cool. No big deal.
But you still get to add all the sneak attack stuff on.
Nice.
That's really the only time that they can start to stack up the damages.
Yeah. So Ghost and Zypher back. Hold on, I'm just going to grab a drink. I'll be right back. Hey, it'll take me about 10 seconds. Hold on. A friend of mine recently moved to Alberta, and we were gaming last night, and he said, "Hold on," and he just stood up from his desk, walked away, and walked back again with like a sort of like a whiskey mixer drink, and it's just like, "Wow, that was quick." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm in my basement, and my new house here has got a bar in the basement, so I felt I had to stock it."
That's fair.
Right. Just waiting for Zypher, I think. Give him one more minute, and then we can always start, and he can catch up. Okay, I'm going to clear the turns before I forget.
I always forget to do that.
Yeah, I normally forget, and then I see all the turns going in.
It's like, oh, what was your initiative again? Sorry.
Okay. Right. I'll tell him he can join when he's back. I'm just aware of time, and I've still got 2 more combats, so... Okay, right, so let's get started. I'll just count us down.
I didn't stop it, just go.
Okay, just so that everyone knows we're starting again. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so as the last skeleton falls, you take just a moment to orient yourself, see what's happening around the battlefield before you charge on again towards the gate. You can see a few things. The dragon has thinned out the ranks of the Knights of Naraka, but she's taken quite a few wounds in the process, and now their archers have got into cover behind trees and are harassing her with arrow fire. The figure in blackened armor that Rubrum has now recognized as Geraint, he's fighting Solinaren, this very tall, powerfully built silver-skinned draconian. And formidable as that big draconian is, he's outmatched. And in fact, some of you who are, Baldwin and Dalrend particularly, who are, trained warriors, can actually see that Geraint is toying with Solinaren. He's just injuring him, whittling him down with small wounds, whereas he could finish him quickly. And then a very unlikely set of allies, Commander Corwin, Talon Leader Deshiba, who is is always with Commander Corwin, but the Mad Necromancer, Kralos, are fighting Vergeros together. They're not standing together, but they're all fighting the dragon. Commander Corwin is taking some terrible wounds, though. Talon Leader Deshiba is ducking in and out of cover, and the dragon's trying to maneuver around Corwin and grab the sorcerer. Right, you guys dash on and get closer to the gate, but they are then intercepted. Some of the Knights of Naraka, a small group of them, get ahead of you. They finish the Draconians they're fighting, and the mercenaries that they're fighting, and turn back on you. And you can see here Subcommander Carenza Torrent, Corwin's second in command, turns back with a cold expression and looks at you all. And then her eyes glimmer as she sees Aesh and says, "My, where were they hiding you when I was in Norhold?" And turns back to the other two and says, "Have that one washed and sent to my tent."
Leases on purpose.
and calls over to Aesh. Has anyone ever told you what a safe word is?
Oh no.
Oh no!
Because you don't get one.
Oh no!
It's now 4-on-4.
The safe word is keep going.
Yeah. Okay. But she's actually standing between you and going on onwards towards the gate. So they look like they're going to close with you. So everyone roll initiative.
Vigilant blessing on Dao Ren this time.
Okay.
I also
But is
forgot
Del
last
Ren
time.
only good against undead though? I don't know. I mean,
I'll find out.
Oh,
Definitely
yeah.
not on initiative.
Roll that again. You got
Yeah.
Vigilant
He
blessing.
gave you advantage on it.
Do I get nobody else gets advantage? Just you,
No,
lucky
that's
boy.
fair.
yeah.
I forgot to do this
14,
last time,
17.
but I do have the Sentinel Shield, which I forgot to use for the advantage for an
Oh,
initiative
yes.
last time, so I'm gonna remember to
Yeah,
do that.
remember
this time.
who's got the
I'll
sword
take the
thing
11.
that
It's a servant of Mordor. It's emblazoned with the symbol of the eye.
Yes. All this time.
who has the sword with the what did it do? Didn't we find some magic weapons?
I believe
I
Isabeau
believe
has
you're
the
right.
long sword.
The sword against
Yeah.
undead. Well, it doesn't matter against
what
these
kept her
guys.
alive.
Yep.
I got some regular old vanilla stuff. That's why I want to get
Somebody
into
should
this
have
place.
a poison short sword, though. I think. Dower
Yeah, I
Ren.
think
Yeah,
so.
there was two swords that I found. I tried to steal them, but
It weren't very good at it.
yes, it
Yeah.
was not.
It happens.
Yeah, I think someone would have given that to Darius. So if someone can hook out the description and send it to Bo, he can equip it.
I'll see if I have it.
Okay.
Portal.
So let's. Okay, so first track this time is Rubrum.
All right. Okay. Scorching Ray. One versus each of them.
Okay. So that's 3
Yeah,
attack.
here's the
rolls.
first one.
Who's
The
it,
sub
who's it on?
commander, yeah.
Okay.
Didn't do anything. Didn't come through. There we go.
What?
Oh wow.
Oh, crit.
Oh, there you go.
Roll damage on that one.
Burn her pretty face.
15.
Fire damage,
Okay.
I rolled a 1, so I re-roll. That becomes a 2, actually. So,
Okay, so,
elemental
plus-
adept. So
Yeah,
she takes
yep.
a total of 16 damage.
Okay.
And then actually, can I attack her again? Or does it happen simultaneously?
Oh yeah, no, you said one on
I
each
did.
of them.
I did
so,
say that. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So who are you going for
The next one will be Nyla Lily.
hmm
It's probably going to be a hit.
Yep. Okay.
That one becomes a 2, so 6 damage,
Nice.
and then
Okay.
the final one. That's probably going to be a hit as well.
Yeah.
Knight of the Skull. That's 5 damage.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, so just coming out of his hands are these rays of fire and hit like hits all 3 of them and begins to burn them. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Okay.
And I'll stay where I am. I don't need to move.
Okay. The Knight of the Skull. What's he gonna do here? He is.
Oh shit! Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
He's going to cast Guiding Bolt at Dalrend. Oh, and it helps if I actually hit the right button. Okay, so that's annoying. It didn't normally attack. Where is it? +5 to hit this, but there. Okay, do that. Ugh, no. Okay,
Oh,
so
darn.
yeah, a bolt of magical energy streaks past Dalrend and Aesh. And he curses. The Knight of the Lily charges at Dalrend. 30. Oh, I can't quite make it. So I think I'm missing something different. Yeah. What's he got here? Okay. No, he is holding his action until Dalrend moves. Okay, Darius, your turn.
Darius. Let's see here. Oh, crap. Fine. Okay. Yep, we're going to move... Actually, tell me this. If I use just my my full term move, since I have second story work, climbing no longer costs extra movement, can I just use my full term to get to the top of the tree and then
Yeah,
hide advantage?
you could even just use your
Full
use your
movement.
movement plus your bonus action to do that.
That's what I'll do.
So you can still act. So you can make an attack from up there if you like.
All right. Eldritch Blast should have an advantage now that we're up there.
Okay.
Knight of the Lily. Knight of the Lily. Spells.
So why have you got advantage? Because you're going to hide. Is that where you are?
Oh, I thought it's elevation.
No, I don't think you do. That's Star Wars.
Okay.
Got the high ground. I don't think you do. Let me just check.
I'm just thinking of Baldur's Gate 3 rules, which is I'm familiar with it. It might not be.
No.
He rolls 17
I
anyway.
think. Yeah. So that's on which one?
Knight of the Lily.
Yeah, that hits. Oh, hold on. No, wait, he's got a shield as well. No, it doesn't. Doesn't hit him.
Planks off.
Yep. Yep. Okay, so yeah, he actually throws up his shield and it hits the shield. Okay, Dalrend.
Righty.
Gore time.
So I'm gonna go for Carenza since she is within range.
Okay. Yeah, he was braced to receive your attack, but you don't go for him.
What,
Okay.
What armor is she wearing as he approaches? Just out of curiosity.
She's wearing plate.
Okay, I'm not going to do that then. I'm just going to do a normal swing. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
That should be a hit.
It does hit.
Question mark?
Yeah.
Oh,
Baby!
Very nice.
That's a good roll.
And
she snarls, "Damn you, beast!"
I'm going to use my action
Oh, man,
surge
she's not
as a
looking good.
bonus action to hit her again.
Oh, yeah. Action surge.
This time I'm going to use, because that's probably a miss, I'm going to use another superiority dice for precision attack.
Okay.
Who's razzle dazzle now?
Fuck yeah, bitch! First time playing D&D in 20 years.
You have to use the rules or you'll get owned.
17.
Level 4.
Oh my
17
god!
But 17 does not hit.
I did, that's why I did the 1d8
Yeah,
for the
superiority.
precision attack.
Oh,
So it takes it
I
up to
see.
24.
Sorry, I was looking at something else when you did that, man. Very nice.
Oh, wow.
16 slashing. Okay, she is badly injured. She kind of spits blood, and she says, and calls back, "Heal me!" But she actually spits blood at Delren, her own blood. Okay, anything else from Delrend?
No.
Okay, Baldwin.
I will move to here. Gonna partner up with Dalrend, and I'm gonna try to finish what he started. Yes.
Smacker. Wow.
Nice.
Oh my.
Yes. Minus the 3 though, because I'm sure it's been longer than a minute from the chromatic, so it's 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 7 damage. That's enough to kill her. How does that look? Very nice.
Yeah, so coming up behind Dalrend as he did the majority of the work, Baldwin steps in on the side and just with a force swing of the mace, just kind of hits right in the temple and kind of fractures the skull. Carenza falls.
I want to add, he's kind of got her like semi-impaled on his sword as she spits blood into his face, and he just comes around from behind, crushing her with the mace, and then he kind of hacks a big loogie and spits on her face as he falls off his sword, or she falls off his sword.
It's the classy way to do it.
Well, we're classy guys.
It's true.
I am a beast.
Okay. Good stuff. So, Baldwin, anything else from you? You done?
No, that's all I got.
Okay, and she's definitely done. Okay, Aesh. Just in that moment, you have the fading sense of something that might have been, but no. Sofa?
Muted.
Yeah, as she's dying, kind of, Ash shouts out, "You didn't tell me what your safe word was." "Oh, I'll never know now." And which of these knights are heavily armored in metal?
Both of them.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, why not? Let's do the Knight of the Skull heat metal.
Okay. Right, so you get
Oh,
that.
nice. Trixie.
What are you casting on? His armor?
His armor.
Codpiece. The codpiece.
Yeah.
The cod piece.
The most difficult armor to take off, I think that would be the cod piece if he has one.
God.
Okay, so yeah, 2d8 damage.
I call this move the Flaming Loins.
Oh, man.
The next H&H spell, Flaming Loins.
Sensation with which the bard might be familiar.
Yeah. You gotta go to a well to fix that. Right, Walter Pike?
Oh, no.
Can you roll the 2d8?
Oh yeah, 1 minute. Do they need to make? I think they need to make Constitution. Oh, I have to do the 2d8 first.
No, because he can't really drop it.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at that, 11 damage. Oof.
Oh, very
Did he
nice.
drop? Concentration for 1 minute. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to start playing my music again.
Rubram.
I think I'm gonna do something simple this time. Move 1, 2,
Something unconventional.
3. No, definitely not. Firebolt at the Knight of the Lily.
Yeah, certainly not unconventional for you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna miss.
Okay. Yep. Anything else?
No.
Okay, the Knight of the... what's he gonna do here? He casts a spell, and then suddenly this whole area out to here. I wonder if I can draw this. I think an area around him is suddenly full of kind of flitting, insubstantial figures, just kind of filling the area and milling about. Yeah, thank you. I'll
Yeah,
move
just
that
move where I just.
around, and then it's kind of around him here. Let me look at the size of this though. Distance of 15 feet. Okay, so that goes out to... it's around him. Going out to there. Okay, thank you. So yeah, basically from 3 squares out from him, it goes this area of kind of flitting spirits. Okay, and they appear kind of demonic, dark, spectral, demonic figures. Okay, and that's it, I think. Anything else here? Don't think there's... no, I should have done that last time. Oh well, no worries. Okay, and then the Knight of the Lily steps forward here and attacks Delrend. And 14 probably doesn't cut it, right?
No, sir.
Okay, and yeah, okay, but he kind of sets himself, and he looks to be like he's readying a shield to defend against you, Dalrend. Okay, Darius.
How many squares elevation would you say? Like
About 3.
about 3. Okay, so he's going to go down 3. I can do that without extra movement for climbing because my feet. And then 1, 2. That's 5. Use the rest of my movement. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I will hide. That's my bonus.
Okay. Cool.
Stealth.
Yep.
Here, I got it. Should be good.
Oh, very nice. Okay, Dalrend. This guy is he's actually kind of countering you with his shield, so you get disadvantage on your attack.
All
If you
right.
attack.
We'll go ahead and attack at disadvantage. Wow. I'm guessing I hit him still.
Yeah, not just good against the dead.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, how'd you kill him?
Okay. He holds the shield up, and as others have failed to realize, their defense is eventually overcome by a better offense, and he just puts the sword, and maybe it hits a weak point, and not quite sure, but it just splits the shield and continues the sheer force if it just goes right into his shoulder and a weak part of his plate armor exposing the flesh and drives it down. Then he falls to his knees with it and falls over dead, shocked that he got past his guard.
Nice. Okay. That is the Knight of the Lily gone. Nice. Okay.
Guess I'm going to move up to the other guy.
Yeah. He's now looking a little worried. Oh, but I forgot something. As you started your turn, these demonic spirits all kind of mobbed you. They look like they're probably going to do the same to Baldwin, and you take you take 21 points of damage.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Me too.
Just check. I just want to see if you. No, it'll be at the start of your turn, but I also need to see if you get a saving throw. And D&D Beyond's playing up on me at the moment. Ugh.
Walked into the
Skull fucker.
Yes.
The skull fucker.
Okay, I'm just going to look this spell up directly. Okay, here. Okay, no, so you need to make a wisdom saving throw first. You may be all right. Wisdom saving throw.
Where is
I will
that?
see what the DC is in just a second. The encounter builder is messing with me.
Wisdom saving throw. Here we are.
DC 13.
Oh, whoops! I'm still at disadvantage. Hold on.
Okay. Oh, it would have been a 5. So you still...
All right. Well, I'm going to
fail.
use one of my luck rolls.
Okay. Good call.
There we go.
Oh,
Hey. Okay. So,
Lucky.
you only take 10 points of damage.
Alrighty.
Okay. Next, Baldwin, you need to make that same DC 13 wisdom save as these
Oh,
demonic spirits.
he can do that. He's a wise man. He's a great man.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you will only take 8 points of damage.
Good, because I'm hurting. This guy's got to go. So Baldwin is coming up, and
He is basically, you can see he is praying to Sarganas to accept his spirit. You know, take him to an honored place in the abyss.
I will send him there. Mace. No, I will not.
Oh, he was prepared for that to be it, but no. Okay.
Help us say yes.
Aesh.
Is this guy with the flaming lines?
That is the flaming ball man.
So R2D8.
oh yeah, it just keeps going.
He has to make concentration check too because he took damage.
No, nobody hit me.
No,
Oh,
not
yeah.
you. Not you,
No,
the knight.
He
The
does,
knight.
because otherwise he's... Yeah. So he's going to take 5 points of damage, and he does not get a saving for that. And he just needs to make a DC 10 concentration check. So that's Constitution save, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Ah! Bye-bye. Cool spell.
Yes.
Okay.
And Ash still is playing on his lute.
Yeah.
Feverishly.
He's playing Thunderstruck on his
Yes.
flute.
Love it. Okay. Ruben.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, you just saved people some fairly chunky damage there.
And how about some burning hands? That's
Oh,
I'm joking. I'm joking. Firebolt. Butter's like, oh, why would you do that? No, that's a myth.
Yeah,
I'm
fireball
guessing
on
that's
me.
a miss.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
That's
You
it.
love the 15s,
That's
don't
it.
you?
Yeah, I do.
Knight of the Skull. So what's he going to do this
I
time?
can almost drive.
Oh, he can do it again. He casts the same spell again. So yeah. Oh, darn, where's that tool these days? Tech, could you draw me another circle?
Sure.
Pretty please, thank you.
How far out did it go right there?
It was 15 around him, so let me,
Oh.
I'll
Is that 3
I'll move it.
X's?
Yeah.
I didn't want it to be in my square. Come on.
Here's
Three.
15 is...
Well, Darius better kill him then.
3. There we go.
I can get him. I'll get him this next time.
All
Okay.
you're doing is climbing trees, bro.
I've been building up, building up a wad.
He looks around at the badly injured Baldwin and says, "Well, I'm going to meet my god, but you're going to meet yours too." Darius.
Darius. I wanted to go where Baldwin was, but he blocked me. Cock blocked me. That's fine. So he's going to move. See here.
That's in
Trees.
the effect of the spell. Yeah. Okay.
Does he take damage as soon as he moves in?
There's only one way to find out.
Fucking Christ, man. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. He moves into it.
And you do take damage. Yeah. So make a Wisdom save DC 13.
Okay, so
As soon as you enter, these spirits kind of cluster
saving
around.
Saving throws.
Yeah, Wisdom saving throw. DC 13.
Try to use my inspiration.
I think you probably should. You wouldn't take that damage.
Yeah, you can use inspiration for this. And
Yep.
all right, so I rolled that at advantage.
Keeping us in suspense here.
Did it not go through?
No, I didn't.
It's
I didn't even
14.
see it.
It was
didn't even see it on
definitely
roll 20.
No, it was 2 and a 14 is what it was. I bet it'll go across in just a minute.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a fail though, right? What was the DC?
14? No, 13. 13. So.
Oh, I can screenshot it if you want. If you don't believe me.
No. I believe you. I believe you. Thousands wouldn't. Tet wouldn't. Okay.
Gotta run
Man.
again.
Yeah.
It'll probably go across soon or
So
something.
you'll take half of this. Wouldn't be very much in it. You take 4 points of damage.
All right. Do hellish rebuke on him then
Oh, yes, you can. Yeah.
as a reaction.
Oh,
That's
can you
2D.
do it when a spell deals you damage, or is it?
It says any damage.
Oh, nice.
Hey, what are these fucking warlock levels, my man?
I have secret pacts
What
with
the fuck?
Aki.
Oh, no.
Hellish Rebuke is 2.
Does a 10 do anything?
2d20? What was the
Yeah.
2d?
Oh, no, 2d10 is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I
I'm
was gonna
sorry.
say.
I'm sorry, that's a mistake. Honest mistake. 6.
Okay, 6 points of damage. That's how much he's got left.
Hell.
Okay, so how does he die?
Your staff is broken. No. No, he comes up. He has the short sword in his hand, in his main hand, with the dagger in the off, and he kind of does a roll, and he starts to smoke and take the damage as he comes out of it. And as soon as he takes this damage, his eyes just kind of go milky black, and he raises up that short sword, and then the Knight of Skulls, his head just erupts into flame like Hellraiser.
Okay, so as the last
Though.
night falls, again you turn around to take stock of what's happening.
Before we get in another combat, can someone heal Baldwin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can heal Baldwin. I
I'll
go up.
I can also heal Baldwin. I will use my lay on hands for me. I will rub my hands.
I'll actually
That's called oneism.
Correct.
before you do though, you can do it before you get into the next combat, but I'll just tell you some stuff that happens immediately. So you can see that of the sort of major NPCs, the Knight of the Thorn, Talanida Manus Toshiba, he's dead. He's been literally torn apart by Vergeros. And you see the battle's actually getting pretty close to you, in fact, uncomfortably close. because Commander Corwin staggers backwards through here, badly injured and pursued by Vergeros.
Oh god.
And as you look, Vergeros lunges forward and closes his teeth around Commander Corwin's head and torso, and there's a sickening crunch as even despite his armor, he's just crushed and torn. And his broken body is just kind of dropped here. And Baldwin, you see he was using your family sword, and it drops here at his feet. So it's just lying here.
Vergeros is right there, though, right?
Yeah. Yep. You can also see that ahead of you, up here, sort of north of you, most of the gate's defenders, Vergeros' minions, lie dead. They've been attacked by both knights and undead. Particularly the large pack of undead wolves. But there's a small group of them standing firm, particularly another of these huge silver-skinned draconians. And Vergeros can't see it yet, but Geraint is walking towards him from behind. He's finished off Solinar and he's walking towards Vergeros. But he's not hurrying. Okay. So, the first thing everyone has to do, though, is just because the dragon is close, you are all affected by frightful presence. The dragon is just this huge, terrifying creature, and a wave of magical fear emanates from it. All of you need to make a DC 16 wisdom save. Apart from, I will say, just because it's quite a neat thing. Oh, I'll say a neat thing that is that anyone who had that heroism has still got a lingering effect, and you get advantage on the save.
All right.
I wonder why that went through.
Yay! I needed it.
Yes.
No, I still fail.
Okay. Right. Who else we've got? Ish.
I can use my inspiration for this, right?
You can.
Yep, I've not used it. And the save is the one... is one over the number, right? The big numbers?
No, it says saving throws. There's a little
there's
box
a little
just
button.
below and to the left of those.
It's underneath the
It says saving
attributes.
throws.
On D&D,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Attributes. Oof.
Okay. Yeah, 21. That's a crit success. Darius and Aesh, you managed to shake this fear off pretty easily. Rubrum, you're surprised it had any effect on you, but you did manage to shake it off. It was unsettling to you that you actually felt this. You weren't expecting to have any effect from another dragon's fear, but it seemed to affect you as if you were a mere mortal. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, angry probably. He's probably never come into close contact with a dragon since he's been stuck in his mortal form, and he just grimaces and his hands ball up in like just anger of his pathetic mortal existence. He's just
Yeah. Baldwin, you can see your family sword here, this heirloom of your family, with your family with its complicated history, but of which you've got so little left. And this heirloom falls here, and the waves of fear that are falling, they're just like hammering down on you, like almost a physical force that you can't manage to resist. You can't make yourself go over there even if you wanted to. How do you feel?
Angry. He can't get back one piece of his legacy that he might be able to redeem. He looks at it, but he can't look at the dragon. It's in his head, whatever this force is, and he just turns his head and hopes the others don't see. and tries to push forward while the dragon's still distracted dealing with the undead.
Mm. And Rubrum, you know this is his family sword. You were there when it was taken. I don't know whether did either of you tell the story to the others? Would they know
I certainly didn't.
about Wondercorn taking it?
I...
So you were there when it was taken, Rubrum,
Mm-hmm.
but you wouldn't have told them, right? Yeah, okay. Would Baldwin have mentioned? I don't think he would.
In passing, I don't know that anyone would remember. He didn't make a
big
deal
thing of it
to them. Yeah, just because it's not important to them. It might be important to him.
Dalren, Darius, and Aesh, you can all make a history check to see if any of you happen to remember. Actually, no, just straight intelligence check, I think. Just an intelligence check to see if any of you remember Baldwin saying this. DC 12.
It's a sword.
No.
Aesh.
Oh,
That's all I need to know.
Aesh, you remember all the details of it. You got a crit. You got a crit on that. So you remember all the details. You remember that this guy took Darius's family sword. And you remember that there's some... You don't know the full details, but you know that most of Baldwin's family is dead and there's a complicated history there. And that this must be the sword that's just lying there. And Darius, do you want to...
Yeah, Darius kind of sees the sword laying there, and he's probably not as close to Baldwin as some of the other ones, but he kind of knows a bit of the backstory, and kind of looks at everything going around and says, "Baldwin, I know the weight of history lies heavy upon your shoulders, but if we do not run now, well, this opportunity is closing quickly. Like, is there a way to get through the gate if they make a break for it?"
You would have to defeat the last defenders, but Vergeros isn't coming straight for you. He doesn't realize it, but he's about to be attacked by the Death Knight.
Do we see the Death Knight? Or do I see the Death Knight, more importantly?
Yeah.
Rubrum turns to, particularly to Dalren and Darius, and he says, "Get Baldwin to the gate. I will follow behind. If I do not, then I have been slain, and I will find you. Find the Night Jewel. Go!"
You can see that they're going to have to fight these last Draconians before they get through the gate. They're not just going to be able to run through it.
Yeah, he
Okay.
realizes.
Okay, so what's...
Rubrum will walk up to Vergeros.
Okay.
He just walks nonchalantly up, and depending on what she does, I'll respond.
Yeah. She pauses and looks down at you. And then she says, "You've got some nerve, Red. The hell are you doing? You betrayed me."
I have not.
And
I have come here and you are being attacked. I did not tell them.
And you are standing here in weak mortal form. Transform and aid me, as you promised.
He says, "The Death Knight comes," and he just points in that direction. And
she wheels just as Geraint lifts his sword to strike from behind.
He picks up the sword
can you
and
make
takes off.
Can you make a persuasion check?
Yeah.
Just to see if you're convincing in saying that. Yeah.
I can.
I'm completely on your side. Because you didn't actually lie, so I wouldn't say it doesn't have to be deception. But so as she turns, she swipes with her tail.
That misses.
Does that hit? She rolled a 2. She's got plus 11 to hit.
That's a good thing.
Yes. He jumps over it.
Yeah, she just smashes the ground next to him. You know, she's preoccupied.
Yes, excellent. And you pick up the sword.
And then he turns and runs back.
Very nice. You get inspiration for that. Yeah, very nice. Excellent. And yeah, they are fighting now. The mad necromancer. Oh, I was going to show him actually. You just as the Death Knight attacks, Kralos appears from down here and throws a fireball through the gap in the trees and hits her, and then a load of the trees are fine, but the bushes here all catch fire. So immediately there's flame and smoke all around. And you run on further to the north. There's a lot of people dead, and the numbers are starting to thin out.
Rubrum will go over to Baldwin with the sword and kind of stuff it into his chest and says, "Take heart. Now you have your family's blade."
Nice. Okay.
Thank you, Rubrum. And he will wield the blade.
Excellent. So here you can see the last defenders of the gate. There's this very large silver-skinned draconian and these two other soldiers here, reminding you strongly of the ones that took you as slaves.
What does it look like as you wield the blade, Baldwin?
Yeah, I was about to say that you
Describe
pick it up. Easy. What does it look like as you wield the blade?
Don't ask too much.
What kind of game is this?
Yes, so you as you approach, you see these creatures, and you're just sort of sizing them up and thinking how you're going to tackle them. And then Rubrum appears from running up from behind you. And what do you say as you give him the sword?
He says, "Your family's blade is returned. Now steel yourself." And then he said, he kind of crams it into his chest.
Excellent. Baldwin, yeah. So
With not the pointy end.
This-
you know.
no, yeah,
Just
stabs him
killed
with it.
him
You're like,
immediately.
oh, no.
The ultimate betrayal.
This sword is so familiar to you, and it's got such a weight of memories. How does Baldwin react? And you just thought you'd lost this forever, and then Rubrum, of all people, appears and gives it to you. How does Baldwin react? The dragon fear is fading, by the way.
Yeah, he looks to Rubrum and just the thanks conveyed through his eyes, even just almost overcome by. He takes the sword, pulls it free from the scabbard if it was in it, and he. Thank you, Rubrum, and I shall. And he turns to face the Sivak with the long sword.
Yeah, Rubrum says, "This sword has a long history. It has passed down from generation to generation. From my," and he pauses, "rider and lover. Yes, you are my progeny."
Yeah, Baldwin, he thinks on that, and he almost loses focus. I will have many questions after this is done.
So many. Okay.
Thank you. He turns again to still focused, but now like, wait, what?
Not my
Question
direct
now in
question.
the mind. Let's be
No.
clear.
You're like,
You're wearing my real dad.
yeah. So in game terms, this sword is a +2 longsword. It's got some other stuff, but you won't discover that yet. Okay, can everyone please roll initiative again?
Once again, we go. My initiative rolls have been banging.
Burn them!
I think overall most of you have been rolling pretty well during this combat. But... Okay, so let's roll for these guys and for this guy.
Alright, we'll take the 12 on that.
Okay, oh, not quite so good this time. Okay, is that everyone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this very large draconian, like I said, he's kind of 8-9 feet tall, powerfully built, wearing armor and wielding this big serrated sword. And he kind of rolls his shoulders there. You can see there's several dead knights in front of him. And he looks at you lot, and then looks at the two draconians and says, "Come on, boys, more work to do." Rubrum, over to you.
Scorching Ray, all of them at the Sivak Draconian.
Go for it.
That one's a miss. Guessing. I'm gonna do inspiration on this one because you just did give me inspiration. So.
Yep.
Instead of control, it would be what? To roll?
Shift, I think.
Yeah, there we go. 18 hit or no? Martyr.
Am I muted? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you will.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, that does hit.
18 does hit?
Yep.
Okay, I'll do
Yep.
Empower spell as well on that.
Okay.
So I can reroll my damage. And
Okay.
I'll reroll both of them. Because I can roll up to... Yeah, 7 damage looks like.
Okay.
And then I'll do... no, I'll do one more. One more ray.
Okay.
A 19.
Okay, that hits.
That looks like 14 total damage to me. For me.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah, it's just like...
Right, very nice. Yeah, you hit him with the 2 of the 3 rays, and he doesn't really react that much. He kind of just throws up an arm to kind of shield his face from the worst of it, and kind of grunts in pain, but no more. Okay, he is... he spreads his wings and actually flies over to you. Landing... Where's he going to land? Yeah, he's got plenty of movement here. He lands over here. No, lands there. And... no, he does do this. And he attacks all 3 of you once. So he's going to attack Rubrum with his sword, Dalren with his sword, and Darius with his tail. So Rubrum with the sword first of all.
Miss.
No. Dalren with the sword. No.
Miss.
And Darius with the tail. Okay, so 19. So you take, presume 19 hits. So you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage from the tail, but you've also got to make a DC 14 strength save.
While he's doing that, he missed, so I'm going to use Riposte and try and stab him.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Bo, did you hear?
Oh yeah, there we go. And that's a 1.
So you're knocked prone as well. So you're lying flat on your back. He swept your legs out from under you.
And I take 8 damage.
Yep.
Ah!
16, that hits.
Ooh.
Okay.
Slow one.
Let's do some damage.
Darius on the ground, looking like Joe Burrow on a Sunday night.
What's... Oh,
Instantly banned.
so did you do 14 from that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
Wow.
when you do, let me make sure I'm not screwing it up, but when you do riposte, you roll. If you hit, you add the superiority die to the attack damages roll.
Oh, very nice. Okay. Dalrend.
Dalrend, are you a fighter?
I am. First thing I'm going to do is my second win and recoup some health.
Okay. What's everyone's passive perception, by the way? I need to check something.
Where is that? 12.
Where's
Okay.
that at?
Underneath attributes and
Oh, I have
saving
10.
throws.
Mine is 12 as well. Mine is 12.
Okay. So, 12 as well, was it? Okay. Sure, no one sees anything. We're all good. Nothing to see here. Okay. Dalrend, your turn.
Alright, I'll do second win first. So that gets him back up to 35 health.
Nice.
And now we'll go back to attack Mr. Draconian. This probably isn't going to work, but I'm going to try something here. I'm going to do Weapon Master. I subtract 5 from my roll, but if I hit, it adds 10 to the attack damage.
Okay.
So just subtract 5 from whatever this is.
Yep. Oh, he effortlessly parries that one. You tried
Yeah.
a really heavy blow and it's
Not working.
slows it down enough. Yep. Okay, anything else from Dalrend?
Nope.
Okay, Baldwin.
Going on the Draconian. Let's try this new sword out.
New yet not new.
The familiar sword.
Yeah.
That's a decent one. I'm gonna smite with it. Why not? Why not?
Okay. 18 hits.
So it's gonna
It's a
be
powerful sword for someone of your level.
It is a very strong sword. 9, and then I'm going to do 2d8 radiant.
Okay.
18 total damage.
Nice. Okay, he's badly injured. He's kind of regretting this decision now. Gonna land in the middle of you.
Wings in.
Yeah, anything else from you?
No, that's all I got.
Okay, these guys are just going to charge in, I think. Oh, hold on, they can maybe... I don't think these guys can fly. They can glide, but not fly. Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay. These two guys are running in at Dalrend. But they can't attack this round. Aesh. Oh, hold on. I need to do something else. Give me just a second here. Let's see if this works how I hope it will work. Okay. Good. Yep, Aesh. Your turn.
Okay, so for these two Draconians, okay, let's see, I'm gonna do. One minute. Where is that? Okay. So Ash is gonna move here.
Okay.
Basically, I'm gonna do Thunder Wave on them, but in the way it's gonna be a 15-foot cube, and I'm
Yep,
gonna do it in
you
a
can hit them
fashion that
both.
it, yeah, but
Yeah,
not
so you
hit
can start
anybody
it.
else. Yeah,
Cool.
like
Yeah, you can do that. Yep.
So at level 1,
Constitution save. Okay, so DC 13. Okay, and the other one.
Hey.
DC 15. Okay. So,
so the
okay.
one who failed takes 11 damage.
Yeah, and he gets pushed past his friend into there. And he takes 11 damage. Yeah, nice.
The other one takes 5 damage.
Okay, nice. Okay. They kind of bash into each other as there's this thunderous wave of force. It does attract a bit of attention from the rest of the battlefield, but everyone then goes back to their own concerns. Although you do hear Vergeros yelling, "Secure the gate! Secure the gate! Reinforcements!" But you can't see anyone heading this direction right now, so you think you've still got a few minutes. But then, appearing from in hiding here is another type of draconian here. This one with kind of coppery skin, and it. Let's see if you even see it at the moment. Let's roll for this. You may not even see it yet. No, okay, you do see it as it comes up behind Darius, so it doesn't get advantage on you, but it does attack twice, and you can see as you're trying to divide your attention between these two draconians on either side of you, Darius, that this one has, as it approached, it kind of licked two daggers it was carrying with a kind of gloopy green saliva. First one missed. But it's not that good with them, it seems. Okay, so you are not hit.
Got eyes in the back of my head, Dragon Boy.
Rubrum.
Scorching Ray all at the Draconian in front of me. Is that going to be disadvantage?
It is, unless you move back first.
Not going to do that. Second level burning hands on it then. It's not ideal, but that's what I'm doing. So, and
Okay.
I'll just make
Yeah,
sure
you
the
can
cone
avoid
doesn't hit
comparison.
anybody else.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I can do
DC 13 Dex save.
Okay, DC 13 next.
Made that, didn't he?
Oh, wrong guy. Hold on.
That's better.
Aha!
Okay, so 4d6 damage.
Okay. Roll them
Is there
dice.
any ones in that roll? Nope. I'm
No.
gonna use a sorcery point to re-roll one of those twos.
Okay.
I think that's my last one. Yeah. Alright, so... What is it? 1d6, right? Well,
Yeah.
that's a 2. Ends up being a 2. So 13 damage.
Okay, so it stays the same. Yep. Okay, he's badly injured. Okay, on to him. He is... Yeah, he stays. He's saying, he says, "Today's my day to die, but I die for Vergeros." And he does the same kind of thing again, attacking Rubrum with the blade, Dalrem with the blade, and Darius with his... No, actually.
You know, Darius is
see the
prone.
other ones
I hate
there.
to say this, but I don't know.
Oh,
If that would have affected the attack
yeah.
earlier, but
It would, yeah. Oh, actually, it would have, yeah, would have affected the attack earlier. I won't retcon it because I missed it, but it will affect
I
this
missed it
one.
too.
So he'll attack Rubrum with a serrated blade, with a serrated sword.
That's definitely a hit.
Okay, so 17
That's
slashing
bad
damage.
times. Yeah.
Then he tries to hit Dalren with his tail and misses, and
Hits
then
himself.
and then this is going to be an advantage. He goes for Darius with the serrated sword. Oh yes, it's going to be a hit.
I'm down.
Okay, it's not the end of the campaign as someone's down. Right. Okay, but he is on his kind of last legs. Darius, yeah, the last thing you see is as you're lying there, kind of struggling to, you're about to try and get up, and then you suddenly see this sword descend, and then that's the last thing you see. Everything goes black. Can you make a death save, please?
All right. Let's see. Do I just click on the little death icon here?
Yeah.
Okay. Clear all. Was trying. Okay, just click on that maybe. Uh-oh, it doesn't look good.
Oh, so that's one failed. Okay, yeah, you see Darius cough and convulse, and it doesn't look good. He's bleeding heavily. Dalrend.
Please kill this guy.
I have an inspiration to use, which that gives me advantage on the attack.
Yes.
All right, we're just gonna do a regular swing. He's weak.
Oh yes, that made all the difference.
Oh well, ignore that superiority dice.
It's enough. It's enough. What does it look like?
As he's kind of swinging around with the tail and the serrated blades, he turns his back to Dalren, which is a mistake, as he ducks the tail and just stabs his sword right into his midsection and kind of like slowly punches its way out of his chest and kind of drops the swords and kind of clutches at the blade and slumps forward towards Baldwin and Rubrum before collapsing. And then Dalren wheels on the other two Draconians.
Okay, nice. Baldwin.
Well, Baldwin, seeing the Seavok down and Darius also go down, he rushes over trying to use his sword to save a life, for it's in its history maybe, and runs up and swings on the Kapok Draconian that is here. Oh boy, not great.
No, that's not enough. It's pretty nimble and it kind of leaps aside as the blade comes down.
That's all I got. I'm gonna stand here and try to impose myself between Darius and the Kapok.
Okay, yeah, it is. It has changed its attention to you as far as it's concerned. Darius is dying. It doesn't need to. It doesn't need to do any more. The two Draconians here are going to attack Dalrend. Each makes 2 short sword attacks. Who's going to get 4 of these? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Looks like 3 hits.
Okay, so that will be 14, 20 points of damage.
Oof.
Yeah, you're trying to fight 2 of them at once, and they're basically working as a team. Yeah. Okay, Aesh.
Ash is going to run to where Darius is and do Cure Wounds. Does that...
Yeah, that will bring him back to consciousness.
Okay, cool. So, there we go. 1, 3, 8, plus 4. Nice. Good.
Nice. 8. So you get 8 hit points back. Darius,
Alright.
what's it like as you come back to the land of the living?
Yeah, as he comes back to the land of the living, Ash comes running up to him and kind of pats his codpiece a couple of times to like wake him up. Enough of the sleeping, Darius. There's much to do.
Yeah, Darius awakes after seeing that giant tail come down on him and is holding himself. No, no, no! And he comes to in the din of battle is again in his ears. And he immediately grasps for his weapons.
And then sees where Darius is petting him and goes, no, no, no.
Surrounded by bad stuff. He got
Please
knocked
let me
out before he
die.
even
Please
got a
let me
chance to
die.
do anything. He never even got a chance to act. He got killed first.
Okay, the Draconian has already turned on Baldwin, so it's going to keep going for him. You can see that there's some kind of like green ichor on the blades of these daggers as it attacks you.
That second one hits.
Second one hits. Well, you're quite lucky both of them didn't. It's a special effect if they both hit. So it does 5 points of piercing damage and 4 points of poison damage. Okay. Next, Rubrum.
Rubrum is bleeding badly from the blade, and he's just cursing to himself as he moves right about here. And
Okay.
first level burning hands on him. Obviously, not
Okay.
the hit Dalrand.
Yeah.
There you go. There's my damage with DC 13.
By the way, your other burning hand set fire to a load of undergrowth here. That's burning away merrily, but it's not the only fire going on around
DC
here.
13.
Okay, D13. So the first one is Dex, right? First one is...
So
Okay,
9 damage is what it
so-
ends up being.
Okay, so the first one only takes half, so that's 4. And then the other one takes the full 9 and is badly injured.
I think that's it. That's all I can do.
Okay. Sivak is dead, so we're on to Darius. Darius, you're kind of lying down here at the feet of this creature that's fighting Baldwin. You see him. You see it stab Baldwin, and some of this green ichor goes into the wound, and Baldwin kind of hisses in pain as it obviously has some additional effect on top of the actual damage. What are you going to do?
Yeah, so he kind of comes to that new short sword and his dagger in his hands, and his knuckles go white on them, and he kind of, oh crap, I have to get up. Damn it. Ruins my plan. He stands up. That's his action.
That's just
his
movement.
action.
That's his movement. That's his movement. And then,
half of his
so-
movement.
you know what? Okay, I can still do it then. I can still do it. So if that's half, is that half his movement then?
Yep.
Because I think moving here around him would
That's
not
fine.
provoke an attack of that.
That's
So
correct.
that, and then I can attack this person,
Yep.
and I still get my sneak attack damage because Dalrand is
You
within
do.
5. So I can't use my bonus. I'm just going to attack with my short sword though. So I want to use my cunning action for something else.
Okay.
So it's going to be the short sword attack, which is a very nice weapon actually.
$16. That hits, and you
I-
kill it. But
Very
as
nice.
it dies, yeah, you remember this, don't you?
I sure do.
Yeah, its body turns to stone, and a gas begins to seep out from it. And everything next to it, including its own companion, must make a DC 11 Constitution save, or you start turning to
My
stone.
God.
Even me?
Even you.
Ah, the fuck? Constitution.
The other
What is
companion's
it?
fine.
Oh.
DC 11 Constitution save.
There you can see that again.
Just
Yes!
regular
Yes!
Constitution.
Yep. Constitution
Oh,
save.
no.
So yeah, Darius is fine.
Oh, it's still on. Hold on.
Yeah, I gotta
it was
re-roll
8.
that for
8.
sure.
Yeah. You gonna use your lucky?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my second one.
Lucky's done well for you so far. Let's see if it
Yeah.
continues to. Or will it let you down?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, you both feel this horrifying feeling as your skin begins to kind of turn greyish and solidify, and your muscles feel like they're seizing up. But both of you manage to shake it off, and you see the other draconian doing the same thing. And it kind of snarls a little bit in kind of nervous frustration. And what else are you doing, Darius?
I still can do some things.
Yeah, you've still got your bonus action.
So I can use my cutting action to disengage.
Okay.
And then I still should have one square of movement left. So I'll move here.
Okay. Excellent. Oh darn. Okay, I shouldn't have taken out the I shouldn't have taken this guy out of the turn order. His body explodes. So everyone except Darius and Rubram. Okay.
That move, by the way, after coming back from the dead, looked pretty cool on the ground.
Yeah. Needs to make a DC 13 dexterity save.
Oh
Or they
shit!
will take,
Oh,
yes! They will take 17 fire damage.
No!
Dexterity, huh? Oof. Well, oh boy.
Oh, fuck.
Well, I'm gonna have to
Oh,
use my
no.
last luck. What was it? 16 or 17?
13.
Oh, 13. Yeah, here's my comes my
I
last
passed.
luck.
Come on.
God damn it!
Oh!
We need you, man.
Down
Okay.
goes Dalrand.
Okay. Ayesh?
Okay.
You made sure you updated your HPs and you leveled up?
Yeah. Yes, you
Taking
did.
an ass ton of- Oh, something exciting happens when I go to 0. That's right.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we'll talk about that in just a second. Ayesh, you are fine. You do not take any damage. Baldwin, you are also fine. You do not take any damage. Dalrend, what does it look like as you... Actually, no, it's not as you fall unconscious.
Isn't it below 0?
No, it's if you actually die.
Oh.
Yeah. But you can all see, I think we'll get a hint of it as you're dying, which is that Dalren's features are kind of shifting. You see them kind of like moving. His face looks a little bit malleable, and his body is kind of shrinking and growing a little bit. His horns are shrinking and growing. His fur is starting to recede and then comes back again. It's really unsettling. But I'll let you describe. If you actually die, Dalren, I'll let you describe what happens then. Okay, Darius is done. Dalren, you need to make a death save.
Alright, let's find it on the old sheet. Where's it on a roll 20?
Where is it? Let me have a look here.
On the D&D Beyond, like after I put myself to 0, a little skull came up, then I just clicked on the skull.
It's under your proficiency. Oh no, sorry, it is... Where is it? I think just roll a d20 actually. 10 or higher is okay. Oh, and then you can mark off success and failures on death save, which is under temporary hit points.
That's a success.
Okay, so you can tick off success on your character.
Yep, there you go.
Okay, so Dalrend, he's still kind of...
Oh,
his
there it
form
is. I found it after the fact.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize. So his form is shifting, but it does seem to be stabilizing. Baldwin, you've now seen, Darius has been down and unconscious but healed. Dalrend is now down. What are you going to do?
It's looking dire. Yeah, Baldwin's just gonna keep trying to go in on this one, get him out of the way. Yeah, I'll swing again.
Oh, actually, he would have got potentially hit. Let me roll for him, see if he got hit.
Sure.
What was it? It was a dexterity.
That's a fail.
We like that.
It was 13, so he
Yeah.
takes 17 points of damage.
This will be
Okay.
the only way we can hurt
Oh,
this guy.
nice.
Good. Get it.
Yeah. The Kapak.
Longsword.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my last
Ye old
spell-
family longsword.
My last spell slot.
From the family farm.
My last spell slot for Divine Smite.
Oh.
Gotta
Okay.
do it. This guy's a fucking menace. It's a 7 and then 2d8, right? Yeah, 3d8, right? 3d8? Is that what it is?
2d8, because he's not undead.
Come on, 16.
Yes.
Ten. Oh, yeah, he's
17.
badly injured. There we go. That's suddenly a very different picture, right? He is very badly injured, and he's kind of coughing blood and ichor. And looking around, he's trying to work out his odds. Okay, anything else from Baldwin?
No, that's what I got.
Okay. The last bars steps over to Rubrum and attacks him twice with his short sword.
Whew.
Oh, okay. Aesh. Dalren right next to you is unconscious and really looking odd. His form is actually shifting, you see, but it's obvious he's dying.
Yeah, Ash is gonna kneel down, reach into the loincloth and give his cock ring a huge tug.
Oh
He's
my
milking me.
god, you people.
What?
Uncouth.
No one
gone-
needed that.
This
No
has
one needed
gone
that.
wrong.
Obstinate. And
Oh my
churlish.
Yes. Yes.
And that's 6 points of healing damage through Cure Wounds.
I always knew Ayesh gave good HP.
I want to give you negative inspiration. Okay, 6 points of damage. Dalren, would you like to describe what it's like to wake up under those
He
circumstances?
can't get his hand around it.
Which I'm not even going to describe.
So, first of all, does that take me from negative to 4 or to 4?
No,
then?
you're on 0. You don't go
Okay.
negative.
I didn't know if
Yeah.
it went negative.
Yeah,
All right,
no,
so
it's-
all right.
So you're up to 6.
So as he's conscious, as brief as it is, he has this dream that he's trying to be jerked back into consciousness, and it's hard for him to do, but no matter what, he stiffens up and shoots upright, and he sees what Aish is doing. He's like, what the hell? And just kind of like tries to smack his hand away and instinctively searches for his steel ring that's not his cock ring.
Okay, so congratulations for 4 double entendres in one description.
Fucking hell, man. How casual that delivery was.
Yes.
Is what sold
Yeah.
it.
Okay, anything else, Mayesh? God, I hope not.
No, that's it for this turn.
Okay.
Until next turn.
The Capac. Yeah, the Capac steps over towards Aesh, and hisses, "You're annoying," and attacks him twice with his dagger.
Quit tagging.
That's weak. He needs to consult his deck of insults better.
Yeah. Do I? Well, I guess the 22 hits. Does the 17 hit?
Both of them hit, but there
Okay.
is a reaction I can do where I use cutting words.
Okay. So let me. I guess you only get to take the reaction if you're still on your feet, though, right? That's the only thing. I'll let you take the reaction, but let's resolve what happens, and you'll say, would you do that simultaneously? Okay. So 10, 23 points of damage, and you need to make a DC 12 Constitution save. because both of them hit. It's the first time both of them hit.
He could technically force the second attack to miss with cutting words.
Oh,
That's what it is.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
10 he takes probably no matter what.
Okay. So you take the 10. Yeah. Good point. I guess will be happening after the first one. Subtracting the number rolled from. Okay. So roll that and subtract it. I see what it does. Now. Sorry.
I think I dropped out for a minute there.
My bardic.
You're back.
Bardic is what 1d8, I think, right?
Is it 1d8 now, or is it 1d6?
Wait, 1 minute. I think it's 1d8 or 1d6.
Okay. Inspiration.
Hey, X, did you see that you can use it before the GM determines whether attack roll or determines the damage?
Huh?
Yeah, the trouble was before the creature deals it down, that they can't really do that on Roll20 because it all happens at the same time. So
Yeah.
I'll let him do it. I take your point, but it's hard to do on Roll20 when it's rolling the damage and everything all at the same
System
time.
limitation.
Yeah.
As in platform.
What's the bardic?
No, it's D6.
D6. Okay. 1d6. 3. And that's 14.
Yep.
It still hits. It still hits.
Okay, so you take 23 damage and you need to make a
14 still hits.
D12 Constitution
Yeah, 14
save.
DC 12 Constitution.
Yep.
Come on!
Yeah. Fuck off.
Yeah, that's good because you would have been paralyzed. You feel this fiery poison burning through your veins, and you feel your muscles start to seize up, but you manage to shake off the effect. Okay.
Nice.
On to
Burning
Rubram.
hands.
Okay. And he needs to make a Dex save.
No.
Okay.
Let's
10.
add 1 to that. 7 damage. Or I'm
Okay.
sorry, 11 damage.
11. Nearly. He is really badly injured. Everyone is really badly injured.
Dogfight.
Yeah. Darius.
Alright, I'm gonna hope I can finish this one off here. So he's gonna move here. And he should get sneak attack damage, but not not advantage. So here's the first one. This with the short sword. Ooh, it's not a good roll. Probably a miss.
That's a miss. Yeah.
And the second one will be with dagger.
Okay.
Probably a miss too.
No, that hits. Just hits.
So that doesn't get the full bonus of the +3 though, so that should be just a 6.
Just 3 and 3 sneak attack damage. So you do 6
Oh.
damage, which is exactly how many hit points he has. Would you like to describe how you kill him with your dagger?
Oh, good.
And then I'll say what happens when he dies.
Oh yeah. Yeah, as he turns towards Baldwin and Ayesh, like leaning over Ayesh, same type of deal. He finds the broadsword in his left flank and the dagger kind of drawing across the thing's groin, just digging deeper, searching for blood or whatever anatomy these draconians, whatever their circulatory system is.
What is it with you guys and groins tonight? Oh my god. Okay.
That's where you want to cut somebody, son.
Something
Okay.
happened.
Tug 'em and cut 'em.
Fair.
Tug him and cut him.
Yeah. that's what I used to do martial arts with. used to say about like terrifying knife wounds. Job done. Right. So he actually starts dissolving and turns into a puddle of acid.
Oh my god.
And the acid splashes on Ayesh, Darius, and Baldwin, who all need to make DC 12 dexterity saves.
DC 12 dex. Oh,
Get
that's
away
good.
from me.
Baldwin, you are fine.
Oh.
Oh
Yes,
no!
you are just fine. Darius, you are splashed in acid. So you're going to take acid.
My looks! My looks!
Start of your next turn. Okay, so I'm going to mark that as a status. There we go. Okay, Dalrend.
Was this because of the sword I used?
No, it's just what happens when they die.
Dalrend's gonna get back up, reclaim his beasthood, and try and finish off this last Draconian.
Okay.
Should have ran away again after I hit him. Damn it.
Unsafe.
One time I didn't run away.
Oh no.
Oh, that's a miss.
You hit.
Probably. Oh, I did?
I think. Oh, hold on. Wait. Double check. I think you did. Yeah, just. Exactly. How does he die?
He's turned to focus on Ruben, doesn't see that the Minotaur is slowly getting up, and he just gives a horizontal swing, and it just catches him in the back and just spills open his insides, and he starts smoking.
Yeah, and he, as his insides spill out, he starts to turn to stone. Dalrend and Rubrum, this gas comes seeping out very, very fast from the petrifying corpse. So you need to make a DC 11 Constitution save.
Does it do any specific damage type? I'm just curious, because I can... Okay.
No, it's no damage. It's trying to turn you to stone.
Fail.
Okay, so Rubrum, it's absolutely fine. Dalrend, you are now restrained. But I don't think that matters too much by itself. Okay, that's the last one killed. Dalrend, though, his skin is turning greyish, and he's having trouble moving. He's seizing up. What are you guys
He's trying
gonna
to
do?
stop. He's like, help! Slow. And he's like trying to walk, but his legs are just like almost seizing up on him.
Darius runs towards him, trying. His eyes are has
Darius.
acid in them. Ah!
Darius, you're going to take some acid damage as the combat ends.
He's tripping.
Yes, exactly. Oh no!
That's it.
You go running towards him and collapse.
Down
And
to
he's
0.
still covered in acid, so he's still going to keep taking damage if you're not careful. What are the rest of you going to do? So you've seen Dalrend, your enemies are all dead, but they can still harm you. Dalrend is turning to stone. Darius rushes
Do I have
forward.
to do a death save since I went to 0?
Not yet.
Okay.
You know what? We'll stay in rounds, and we will carry on from Baldwin. Let's do it this way. We'll stay in rounds. I probably should have just stayed in rounds anyway. Baldwin.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to. Is there any particular like clothing or anything like that that's covered in the acid that I
Yeah,
can
you
get off
can.
Darius?
You can actually scrape it off him. Yeah, you can use some of his clothing, some of your stuff to kind of.
I
scrape it off.
will spend this round doing that and look to Ish. Ish, try to help Dalrend. I have no more healing ability. I used all my fucking lay on hands on myself.
You're able to remove the acid.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay, Aesh. What are you going to do? You can.
Can you do
can
cure
see Darius.
wounds on stone?
No, you can't. You could heal Darius and get him back conscious again.
Yeah.
Dalrend,
Okay.
Dalrend, you'll need some kind of restoration spell or something. Okay.
Yeah. So cure wounds on.
Baldwin, don't you have lay on hands, by the way?
I used it all before this
Oh.
to heal myself.
Okay. Okay.
Fuck.
We've got
6.
6 points. Okay. So what does that look like, and then what's it like for Darius? So we'll start with Aesh. What's it look like?
Ash is about to touch him, and then he realizes he still has some acid on him, so he just kind of like taps him with his feet, so that he doesn't get any acid on him. Like you kind of like tap, slight kick him.
Right. Okay. Darius, what's it like when you lose consciousness and are brought back from the brink of death for the second time within a minute?
It's like coming out of anesthesia for twice in one day, you know. He's ready to go, but it's starting to get old and he has a splitting headache. He's very close to losing it again.
Yeah. Okay, and then we'll go around to
Yeah,
Rubrum.
Rubrum just
I
says,
don't know if this
"We
is-
must go. Come before they turn on us all."
This is the arch over here. Darius. I guess, should we just go around to Dalrend, I think? Dalrend, you need to make another DC 12 Constitution save. Wait, what was it? No, DC 11 Constitution save, sorry. Let's keep the wrong one.
Phew.
Okay.
Do you have a guidance? Could you give him guidance?
It doesn't work
Baldwin?
on saving throws. It has to be resistance for saving throws.
Yeah.
I can't use it.
Yep. Dalrend turns to stone.
Oh no, we can't leave the boy.
Rubrum, you can make a history check.
Okay.
I'll let you do this because you being all ancient and stuff,
Not good.
and being a dragon. You don't think this will be... You don't think that the effects of these ones, these are a very common form of draconian, you don't think the effect's permanent?
Yeah, Reuben just says, "It's not permanent. See if you can drag him."
He doesn't weigh as much as stone. It's just he is now kind of as sort of stiff and solid as stone, but he isn't actually stone. So you can drag him.
Baldwin's gonna try to carry him along.
Yeah, he goes to like
oh no,
say
sorry,
the
I
F
take
word,
it
but
back.
it's just like...
He actually is stone, so he's really heavy.
So after Ace got him up, he ended up hard after all. And
Oh no.
he just like reaches out the hand, and then the last bits of his fingers turn to stone, and then just like this statue, essentially.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
Baldwin will try to hero mode it, carry him.
Okay. You can't. He's stone now. He weighs 10 times as much as he would normally.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, dude, that's like a ton.
Yeah, Reuben just says, "Leave
normally
him.
not light.
Come." If he's able to break the
Well,
spell in time, he can join us.
If we can't take him, nobody else will either. He's not going anywhere.
And Baldwin gives it a college try, but then starts running.
I'm fucking gonna tear your scrotum, you yank too hard on that.
Excuse me.
Wow.
It was clearing all the scrotum demons that we seem to have been afflicted with. That we
Okay.
can't stop talking about wieners.
Ayesh, are you able to do anything to help him? I don't think you can you?
I can set him on fire.
Any
That's about
restoration
it.
spells?
Got any potions? Got any potions?
No, I don't think so.
He's fucked. It's a very this is
X,
a
if
very,
you're talking, you're muted.
Yeah, no, nothing. I don't have a restoration to get him out.
Okay. Are you going to stay with him or go with the others?
Yeah, yeah, that also won't work. Sorry, I'm looking at all my possible spells. Shit. No. Yeah, I'm gonna run as well.
Okay.
So running with them.
Okay. I'm going to move over to here. You make it to the gate and rush over to there. Everyone except Dalrend is there, and you can reach it unopposed. Looking through it, it just doesn't look any different. Is anyone going to step in?
Reuben looks to Baldwin and he says, "You are the only one that I have any confidence can open this thing. You are pure of heart.
Remember,
Yeah.
this isn't the sanctum yet. This is the gate. This is the pathway. And Baldwin can't walk the pathway. Not by himself, anyway.
Is there a riddle or...
Baldwin
remembers to ancient eyes alone shall the path be made clear, for youth is rash and corruptible. You are a dragon. You must be the oldest among us.
Would take a step and look through and see what he sees.
Yeah, you step through the archway, and to the others you vanish. But to you find yourself standing in the forest on the other side, except it looks different. Everything here is wreathed in, not exactly mist, but it's blurry and shifting. But still, you can clearly see a path that is firm at your feet, and it's very clear to follow. For the rest of you, you've seen him step through and disappear. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I mean, some kind of confirmation. Just gonna trust that.
Yeah, can I see them through the gate on the other side, or?
No, they vanished to you.
Just trust him, follow him.
Yeah, Darius would go in after Baldwin.
Okay. Yeah, Darius, you Rubrum, you suddenly see them appear next to you. To you two, to Baldwin, this world is hopelessly shifting and confusing. There's no sense of what's real here and what's any reasonable direction. That the whole world just shifts and twists and warps all the time. Darius, you see things look a little firmer, but it would be really hard for you to follow the path. You could catch glimpses of it, but it appears and disappears. You haven't got quite enough years under your belt to really follow it. You could make an attempt if Ruben wasn't here, but it would be harder for you. Aesh, are you following them? Knowing that you'll be leaving Dalren behind, but if you don't go, you yourself might be left behind.
I think he said he's coming.
Yeah, I'm going. Ash is pretty badly hurt, so he can't do much for Dalren anyway.
Yeah. So you step through as well, and the four of you are on the path together. Rubrum, you can clearly see it. Aesh, like Baldwin, you can't see anything here. This is a really confusing world. You're probably have to put one hand on each other's shoulders or something just to stay connected, because it's not going to be easy.
Rubrum looks around. He's not exactly sure what everybody else sees, but he says, I can follow the path. It is a shifting tangle of webs, but I can do it, I think.
The world is hopelessly lost to me. I will trust in you, but... And he puts a hand on Ruben's shoulder. I do not believe I could even move through here without guidance.
Then each of us stay close. Hold on to each other's shoulders, and we will push forward.
And you do, and you set off down the path. Going back to the clearing, we see Dalren there, a little bit away from the heat of the battle, and slowly, over about a minute, his skin starts to take on its normal color, and eventually he's able to move again. But he realizes his companions are gone. There's no sign of them. You see the arch ahead of you, but nothing else. What are you going to do?
He knew the arch was the start of the route, so he's happy that he can finally move again, that it wasn't permanent. He sees his companions and gone and assumes that they left, because he would have done the same thing, knowing they couldn't help him. And he goes through the arch in an attempt to see if it works.
Yeah, you step through the arch and you find yourself in a confusing, shifting world. You can't see the others. You've got no sense of where you are really, apart from you're in the forest, but it's all warped and shifting. You see it very much like Baldwin and Aesh saw it. You know the gate's behind you, but apart from that, the way is very unclear. What are you going to do?
He's going to yell out once to see if any of them hear, they answer, and if there's any sort of direction from their voices.
Okay. Everyone make a perception check. It's going to be DC 15, because you've got a little bit away by then. Oh no, it's only a minute away, but DC 10. Okay. Darius has heard. Yeah, you all hear. So you all hear Dalren roaring for you
Rubrum
a little way back.
Lead the line to try to double back and find him, following the path that they came from.
You do manage it, and you recover Dalrend, and then all together you set off down the path. You're walking for what, for you, Rubrum, feels like about maybe 20 minutes. For Darius, it feels like maybe a couple of hours. But for Aesh, Baldwin, and Dalrend, it feels like days. The time just blurs, and time stops having any meaning after a while. And so for Rubrum, it still feels like a pretty easy exercise when he finally steps out into a clearing. But for the others, it feels like a much bigger thing. And ahead of you, you see this building. Where this light is here, there is actually just a closed door marked with intricate sigils and many symbols of a platinum dragon. What are you going to do? It's clear that this is the Sanctum Impermissus at last.
Rubrum takes a moment, turns around. He looks fine, unlike everybody else, I'm guessing. Or not, his wounds are not fine, but he doesn't look like fatigued. And he simply says, "We must hurry. If Vergeros has been victorious, she can follow this path."
All right. Baldwin will step up, thinking this is his part in it. This is the Sanctum. I stand upon the threshold, a true servant to the light, and command that the way be made open. I ask this in full knowledge of the evils which lie within, as one who has faced darkness both within and without. I make this request not for my own glory or power, but in service of others, and call upon the gods of light to strike me down if I speak false.
As you speak, it's very subtle at first, but as you get further through the phrase, a white light begins to glow up around, to spring up around you. And there is a sense of being watched, judged, and eventually the sensation is so strong it's almost painful. But you finish the sentence and there's a long pause, and then creak, 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 crack. The doors start slowly to open into darkness. And as they do, right back across the clearing, some 200 meters behind you, you hear a roar as Vergeros appears from the path. And there we'll leave it. That is the end of Season 1 of Knight's Frontier. Thank you very much, everyone, for playing, and thank you for the long session. I hope you enjoyed the campaign.
Hey, everybody just survived.
Woohoo!
Yeah, down to the wire.